carry protection. Now when your heart go on like Seggellion.
Take it down to the bone.
Straight from the top of my dome. As the rock the microphone. Straight from the top of my dome. As the rock the microphone. Straight from the top of my dome. As the rock the microphone. Straight from the top of my dome.
So listen up, keep your ears to the ground. Don't go getting mistaken now. I'm a dude with the don't care crown, and I ain't gonna be taken down. I ain't letting my spirits down, cause ain't much matter that much I found. I'm the dude with the don't care crown, and I ain't gonna be taken down. Search for something to believe in. You know we give life its meaning. Oh, if I search my feelings, I don't know. And it's beyond comprehension. You know I don't sense the tension. Oh, in place of redemption, I let go. While I spend so much time with the don't care crown, that I don't care how it's been weighing me down, and it can't be opening my heart now. I'm feeling nothing at all. I ain't letting my spirits down, cause ain't much matter that much I've found. I'm the dude with the don't care crown, and I ain't gonna be taken down. I ain't gonna be taken
see them too, see them too. Welcome to the panic room. Welcome to the panic room.
One slippy, so look busy. Youngs come back, got the keys to the city. I'm knee jerking, black coffee slurping. We're all screwed up, but the world's still turning. I hug my demons, I fist bump Jesus. And thank Poseidon for a sweet surf season. When I arrive, it won't be pretty. From Moscow to the great Mississippi. So I reckon in 21 seconds I'm about to blow this thing straight to the heavens. Still stressing, still second guessing. Paid my price, but so cold, my heavyweight soul. So weighed down by the things that I know. And all told, I got too bold. Heart of gold, no, I do it like that. Like that. I do it like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. I do it like that. Like that. I reckon in 21 seconds I'm about to blow this thing straight to the heavens. Still stressing, still second guessing. Paid my price but learned no lesson. So cold, my heavyweight soul. So weighed down by the things that I know. And all told, I got too bold. Heart of gold, no, I do it like that. Like that. Like
Sound. Bump the sound. Bump the sound.
Yeah, the sky fell down and I kinda thought no big deal. She said she'd rather meet the devil than be dealing with these credit card bills. And yeah, home ain't home till it's somewhere that you take
Paris,
a
ça va?
She says,
Fuck
don't
yeah!
push me, cause I'll freak out and you know that I will. She will.
I wish you'd just shut up.
Yeah, nothing's working. Oh, the pain. We numb the hurting. Sweet Novocaine. I'm always searching. I never change. We might need something else. Get physical. When the sky fell down, I was kinda like, yeah, that works. I guess I'll see you around sometime when it doesn't just hurt. And when it's all gone wrong, then you know it won't get no worse. So I bide my time as I try weaponize my curse. It's thankless work. Yeah, nothing's working. Oh, the pain. We numb the hurting. Sweet Novocaine. I'm always searching and I never change. We might need something else. Get physical.
Thank you for flying BPM Airlines Flight 150 service direct to the Shadow Lounge. The captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and encourages you to get up and dance about the cabin. Grab a drink and get your hands in the air because here is your host, Shadow King.
Good timing, Seggellion. Good. I'm sorry, Sage. Well done, well done.
Lion.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. This is the Space Bar. I'm here with my fabulous guest host, Mr. Victoria, and today we have the one and only Mr. Pizza himself, Seggellion from Altama Energy. Hello, everyone. You guys know who I am. You know who Victoria is. You know who Seggellion is. So we're just gonna get right into the show. That's how we do things around.
Life?
What is the meaning of life? 42. All right, we're done. Let's go.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Off to the verse. Who's that Victoria guy? UMB? I don't know. He keeps showing up every week.
No idea.
He does all right. I guess, you know. Puppy, you just tend to keep him. How are you doing tonight, Mr. Victoria?
Doing good. Just hanging out on the bridge of the Idris. It's very spacious in here. Very nice. Lieutenant.
Seggellion, I actually had you in the office of the 890, but you actually have your own little background there. Was that that Star Trek? I mean, or is that the back of a what's that, the fueler Starfare? Is that what's behind you?
That's right. I was gonna have you guess it and see if you could guess it first, but you got it.
Yeah, very nice, very nice, very proper, very proper. So how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, man.
Early evening.
Yeah,
Not quite.
Just got my Citizen Con lodging, so I feel good. Let's relax now. Nothing to worry about.
The FOMO is real.
Yeah. The roller coaster's about to start.
Yep. Few days this year. That's gonna be crazy.
I can't believe how stressful the F5 wars were. I think this year they were worse than last time. I don't know. People really, it's funny. Reddit got super quiet when the ticket sales were going on. You know, everyone was super busy. Nobody could talk shit.
You can hear it.
Yeah, basically. The nerds are at war.
Rocks, how's it going? Yeah, no, literally, you can still hear the F5 keys melting.
They're still melting to this day.
I just want to see what their cache servers look like on that website for this. It was yeah, right.
There you go.
Yeah, oh, is that your replacement? You got a metal capped one.
That's how you win.
Yeah, metal cap. Yeah, double action.
Clicky clacking.
Yeah, the fight was real. So did they ever determine how many of the VIP tickets were actually like available to start with?
How many?
We guessed about 100.
100?
That was the guess.
I think they did 6 rounds at I think 25 apiece, so 150.
That sounds about right. Yeah, because the LA office is still really not that big. That space, it's hard, set up the last one, and he sent us pictures. It's not that big.
I was gonna say I've never been there, but aren't there garage bay doors?
Nope. LA office is in the middle of nowhere. Well, not in the middle of. It's in the middle of the city. It's very tight. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, obviously, people got in, so. That'll be good. Be fun to see what's changed in the office, especially with COVID, because I guess it really turned into a desolate wasteland during COVID. So
now it's like a museum. You walk in, there's dust on the counters.
Yeah, right. Well, the dust makes it authentic, right? I want to know, hey Drew, how much dust do you think is on the Razor model? Do you think you're gonna have to go power wash it? Because the LA office has probably my favorite piece of JRDF work, which is that thing's got to be 4-5 feet wide, 6 feet long. I mean, it's huge. And it hangs in the main lobby. Is it still there? Do you know, Drew? I mean, I would imagine they wouldn't take it down, but that's probably the coolest. It's the Razor. It's the Intel Razor, right?
The Raven.
Raven. My sorry, my bad.
Raven.
Yeah. The Raven. My bad.
Misk Racer.
I'm getting my
That was before my times. The Razor, made by John himself, crafted out of the dirt of the surroundings.
Oh, they moved offices. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so maybe they do have more room. I don't know. I'd be very curious to see what it's like. So, but yeah, it sounds like the FOMO was real. But Victoria got a VIP ticket. Seggellion, you got a VIP ticket?
I did as well. Yeah.
Very nice.
It was a it was such a fucking experience doing that. I don't know if you got the same emotional attachment, Victoria, but the F5 button, and then, I had everything lined up. I had the timer. It was just such an ordeal to do this. And I'm like, how hardcore does a person have to be to do, like, apart from writing
drop
my own...
everything that you're doing to do that.
Yeah.
For the better part of 90 seconds every 8 hours, maybe.
90 seconds, 10 seconds.
Well,
Like
10 seconds is only short, but I mean, you're gonna put a segment of time aside. Yeah. No, we had a group in a Discord between me and Kat, Draugr, Mog, and Drunk in Orbit. And Drunk is over in Netherlands, Mog is in Alaska. We're all spread all over the globe, and then we're all sitting there.
That's pretty amazing that you guys all got them. So I mean, I feel like, because I mean, I was hearing upwards of 3,000 to 4,000, maybe 5,000 people going. I mean, that
there must be more than that, dude. They gotta be making $5 million to do this event.
Well, okay. If you've gone to past
do the event.
The cost, that's what I mean. The cost to do the event, $5 million at least.
They never cover their cost. They never cover their cost.
You don't think so?
Not even.
Probably not a one-for-one as far as ticket versus event, but everything else between ship
what do you think, Drew?
Merch, everything else.
Drew, you know how much a lot of this stuff costs. You think they think you cover the event with ticket sales? I don't.
Okay, maybe not entirely with ticket sales, but some part, at least half of it with ticket sales, don't you think? Not half? Okay. Well,
$300 ticket. Yeah, I mean, what was the other one? $199. The other one was $199, right? Yeah.
$199 and $299 US.
I don't know. I would honestly just be curious, just out of curiosity. I don't really care. I understand. It's a show that I'm not going to say they have to do, but it feel like, it wouldn't be the same if they didn't, just like the last 3 years. So, and I don't know how many people they're inviting this time, because the convention center there is very large, but how much did they renovate, I don't know. It'd be curious. It's going to be a heck of a time drain. Well, Drew, so 2 days, yeah, exciting, but 2 days, booths, the whole 9 yards. I mean, plus at least 2 good bar citizens, right?
Mm-hmm. Bar citizens are going to be interesting. Yeah.
Those are going to be.
I mean, we'll really have 3 of them if we're going to be the night before. There's always one the night before.
There's going to be. Wait, I'm saying 2 at least, 2 big ones.
Yeah, and I think that's needed because one night it's just all surreal for one night. So 2 nights is good. It gives you more time to meet people.
Sure.
Yeah. I can totally see it, because the way that they did the last 2 is they actually had 2 talks going on at once, which you had to decide. They did make them pretty easy to decide if you're a ship person or an alien guy. It's they did make, at least they lined them up well. So that I totally get. And that I would even, in their case, run one at a time. But I don't know. They've obviously got it figured out. It will give a lot more time for the LAN event, because that was one thing the last 2. The LAN area was filled up for because you had to go sign up. It was filled up in less than 30 minutes. So it will give a lot more people a chance to do that. So that I think is great. Hopefully they'll have something super cool I always say Gears of War.
Theaters of War.
Theaters of War. Yeah. Because that was super. Seggellion, did you try Theaters of War in
No, honestly, when you're from my experience, when you're doing booth is hardcore. So that's all you do if you do booth. I'm okay with that. So.
And Seggellion from Ultima Energy is doing a booth this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you saw his booth in Manchester, you'd say it was easily one of the best. It was. Dude, it really was. You did a great job. In fact, who was it? Who was it if you were looking at your booth to the left? They were doing clothing or something?
ADI. They do.
I thought that was pretty neat. I mean,
dude, they're totally next level. I feel like I'm just the kid in the corner, and these guys are like these super corporate. You know, they get everything all prim and proper. It's amazing. You know.
But I think your booth hit it perfectly. Like you had the gas station signs. Like I think that is such a great like resonance. Like you really did like, and it says what was it, hydrogen, and there was the different types of fuel. I think that was brilliant because it was so perfectly placed. Like Ultima Energy, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. It's like you immediately didn't have to know anything, and you already knew everything about it. And I thought that was great. So.
One thing I would stress that makes the Ultimate booth different than the other ones is like I really want it to be about community stuff, you know. So like other part of the community who don't get a booth, they can put their shit in our booth, so you see other people's stuff as well.
Very cool.
That is like a highlight. I always want to have that. So
you're definitely doing that this year. So like, who were some of the ones that did that last or in Manchester?
Delta Lima with his books, and we're totally going to do that again. So I'm in the works of that. I'm probably going to get Galog on board this year. They didn't do that last year. You know, and the other people who I was involved with before, they're, you know, Daymar Rally, they're going to have their own booth now, so we don't need to do anything there. And EN7, they don't exist anymore, so we'll have to find somebody else there. But, you know, Stratobrick said he wanted to put a Starfare on the booth, so I hope that happens. That'd be super cool.
Oh, right? I'll make sure that happens.
I would really, that would be so cool.
I'll personally fund that, because we talked about doing a Starfare. For Equinox.
See him just sitting there at the house, just building the Legos the night before.
Dude, he's crazy. Like he no, you do know the Tonk? He built it and then completely took it apart and built another one.
Did he?
Because he didn't like it. Yeah, like he started it, he did the frame, he like got it to about like 75%, and then completely tore. Like, because he sent me another picture. I was like, wait, is this a picture from before? He's like, no, I just started over. I was like, okay, I'd probably be the same way. No, that's really cool. I would love to see his Legos out there again. That would be very cool. So very nice.
Do you have any suggestions on potential partners that I could find for more community-driven stuff? Because I don't know.
Well, we could definitely do Equinox in there, no doubt.
Oh, I thought you were going to get your own booth, aren't you?
I don't know yet. It depends on the volunteer schedule. I've already got 2 people to work it, but I don't really want to take away from their CitizenCon experience, you know what I mean? So I would want to get like 4 or 5 people, because you know how it is. It's like it's hardcore. I mean, you're there, and I don't want somebody to have to sit there the whole time. So, but I've got 2 people, and I probably can get easily 2 more, but I just don't want to. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't want to turn it into something where it's work. You know, it's like, and I definitely will volunteer because it's just. I love volunteering. It keeps me out of trouble. And I'm not sure I can
volunteer for Chris Roberts, remember?
Yeah. I could. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I'll be his aide or whatever they call it. Bitch.
Yeah. I think so. I think you and Chris get along. Drinking
scotch. No, that's very cool. No, I mean, if we don't do a booth, I would definitely latch on and be a part of it because.
Yeah.
Box bitch, yeah, Wes. No, so Drew talked about it at Equinox. We were talking about doing, if we do an Equinox booth, we'll do Equinox, and then all the JRDF. Like if you certainly could be in that row, we were thinking, because it'd be cool to like these are the people that have been at Equinox, and we thought that'd be kind of neat. So, but we don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Have you heard anything back on the booth yet?
Tyler likes to organize that. He goes by like marketing. Like the role players are on this side and the vendors are over on this side.
Right.
And then the esports people are over here. So that's usually how he does it.
Well, we'll see. UMB, you gotta go, man. Let's go, buddy.
What you doing, buddy?
Go. Start driving now, or walking. No, that's very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing the booths again. Definitely yours again, Seggellion. I thought it was right on point. And then, of course, you missed Manchester. You missed Seggellion in probably the coolest getup of the CEO of Ultima Energy. Are you going to do that again this year?
Yeah, well, I got a different outfit. I already got it. It's pretty freaking cool. Yeah,
of course. You probably have a different one for each day, right?
No. Oh, God, there's 2 days, hey? Oh, man.
Well, that was the first thing. That was the first thing that Buster the Destroyer. By the way, Buster the Destroyer is on next week. So Friday we're having Buster the Destroyer on next week. So, but she's like, wait. now I get to have 2 different outfits. I was like, yes, you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you gotta pull your weight, man. You're the top shelf CEO. You gotta go big.
It's gonna be a big thing, but it's gonna have to be so big and epic it takes up 2 days. That's how it's gonna have to be.
Could be.
I can manage that. I can tell you it's that epic. So
it is. It really is. And while part of me thinks it's going to be a huge drain on the staff of CIG and the volunteers for 2 days, but I get it. I hope it works out. I hope it works out. So
you know what I think is funny is like people criticize me for wanting to work in a restaurant and like because it's a lot of work. It's like what you should do in life as a grown-up is that you should always strive towards doing less work and get paid more for doing less work. That's the goal. Instead of working your ass off, you know. And I look at these the people that work at the game studio, they're working their ass off like squared, cubed, you know. Way more than you would at a restaurant, I would say. So I mean, like these people who work at these game studios, they must have their expectations managed. You know?
Yeah. I'm not concerned. I think they're going to be very aware with it. Working as a volunteer with the CIG, they are very aware of the people. So that's and they take great care of them. Like they always provide great lunches, and just always make sure you're covered. But you do work a lot, so yeah. I mean, it's. You fuel the fire, and it provides. So I guess. But
I think there's definitely a magic with having the developers so close to the community and having a community as vibrant as this one. I don't know much in other games out there, but I'm really glad I get to talk to the developers. Like I've face-to-face conversations with many developers at CIG, and well, like what a privilege that is. And I wonder what that's like on their perspective too. Like, what do they look at us like, the community? Hey.
Well, I know what they look at me like. Oh, shit, that guy.
Yeah, I'm sure a couple of them at least. How could you not?
That guy. Hey, Victor. Thank you so much for the gifted sub to Mr. Seggellion. You're part of the show now, buddy. Part of the show. Now you got to come back. If you guys haven't noticed, at Spacebar, we've definitely been lining up some really great guests. Like I said, we have Buster Destroyer on next week. We've had Drew Westbrook. We've had Mr. Freaking Hartswell. We've had Stim Citizen last week. We're really just trying to bring you the best of the best. I mean, that's what we're trying to bring the community together in a way that's unique. And great thanks to Victoria for always helping me set up great guests. And
if you guys have ideas for people that we should be talking with, then just let us know, or someone that you want to see that you think would be a great addition, or even yourself.
That's
Go
right.
ahead and message us,
and that's what I was getting to. Is the fact is if you think there's somebody that you'd like to see on the show, you'd like to talk to, that's what we're here for. This is kind of just a literal sit down Friday night, relax. Drew Westbrook was by the fire. When he was here, it was literally a fireside chat, which was classic Drew. Thank you for that one.
A Hefner level interview.
Oh, and it was real. It wasn't an image. It was a real. I mean, it was Well done, Drew. Well done.
I think several points you put another log on the fire. So
it was proper good. So. But and Seggellion coming from the bridge of his, or I don't know, that's probably the fueling station of the Starfare. But close enough.
It's the captain's area. So
very nice.
If you remember the famous bedding that's in the Starfare, it's just around the corner from this office.
Very nice, very nice. So if you see the Seggellion disappear for a short bit, Fledger, welcome back, my friend. Long time no see. Great to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for supporting the show. We will be doing a giveaway later on, so definitely stay tuned. Another gift certificate to Star Citizen, because we know you're probably going to need it, which you could have used for tickets, I guess, but those are all gone now.
No, my understanding is no. Store credit.
So back to, actually, so we were talking about it quite a bit before the show, which was the FOMO for the show. You guys personally getting VIP tickets. We know it was kind of a tough thing. We were guessing around 100, but now we're thinking it's probably more. Like numbers. I'm just so genuinely curious, like how many people they think are expected. How many tickets were sold? 2 days. It's just, I don't know. What do we think, chat? Drew, I know you're stoked about it. I'm a little nervous, to be perfectly honest, as a volunteer, but at the same time, let's go, you know?
Let's look at capacity for Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's a good
Convention
question.
Center.
Wasn't there also like 1,500 people at that Bar Citizen in Shanghai?
But that was also a very huge place. If you saw it,
Yeah.
they were very packed in.
So
Right.
the entire capacity of the Los Angeles Convention Center can have 39,000.
That's what it is then. 39,000.
You think? The entire place? Really?
So it says.
Because in
I don't know, for
Manchester...
something like this, what do you think? 10,000, 5,000?
I think 10,000. I really think 10,000. That was my
You know,
original guess.
because it's been 3 years off, I wouldn't disagree. 10,000 is a big number. But, I mean, what are we up to now? Almost 4 million? 5 million? I mean,
Yeah.
what's the official signed...
4.3 million. Or
What's that,
accounts.
Sunday? Thanks so much for that.
4.6, I beg your pardon. Almost 4.7.
Yeah, because they have been cutting back on the fake accounts. I know they've been kind of tilling those back.
Sure.
No, I mean, you know, you figure that much plus worldwide plus travel, you know, you're probably what 10% of that maybe tops potential coming. I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting.
Well,
And
what
it's
I
gonna
hope it is, though, I hope it's a return to the in-person events, and I hope it marches itself, you know, across and over. Whether they go to Austin next, and then maybe Montreal, and then over to Manchester, and then over to
No, I
Frankfurt.
don't, they're gonna keep their circuit. It's always gonna be L.A., Austin. Austin is definitely next. There's no question about it.
Oh,
'Cause
Frankfurt. Frankfurt's next, then Austin.
Is that how it goes? Okay,
That's
I wasn't
how it
sure if
goes.
it marched. Okay,
it's
Google it.
supposed to go, but
That's how it goes. Google it.
just
it's
got
not
schooled.
supposed
I
to
just
go.
got schooled.
Not supposed to go. I don't know. We'll see. I would love to go to Frankfurt. I didn't go to Frankfurt. Would absolutely love to go there. Well, actually, I have a data center there, so that's perfect. Can make it a business trip.
I'll have to dust off
It
my
is a
passport.
business trip.
Right. It's always good. It's always good to have a business trip. No, I that would be super awesome. So, yeah, I mean, look, so and then you know, like the space in Frankfurt's again very small. So I don't know. So have you done a studio tour at any of the Citizen Cons, Seggellion?
I went to LA. Yeah, that was the only one I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I was supposed to do Austin, but my plane left too early, so I couldn't get that.
Yeah, I was supposed to, and just never made it.
Yeah.
You done Austin? I heard Austin's amazing, because it has a lot because Austin has hosted a lot of the social media and you know the community management, so a lot of stuff gets sent there. And it does kind of stink that you can't take pictures, but at the same time, I get it.
Do you think they'll give us champagne when we do a tour of the office? I expect champagne.
That'd be
As
something.
a VIP,
Yep, 100%.
They can hand out monocles. We can all walk around with.
now that would be proper. Even if it's a cheap ass little plastic model, I don't care. That would be proper. It looks better through this.
Yeah, fidelity increase.
That's
Fidelity is my second favorite ever.
yeah, that would be it too. No, yeah, I mean, definitely looking forward to that. Right? Yeah. See, Drew, you could 3D
Drew,
print those
I'm
in
telling
heartbeat.
you, if you want to print off a couple test versions and send me one for quality control, I'll be sure to
Yep.
paint it up
Right.
and let you know how it goes.
Yeah, and then
That's,
you know, Seggellion and I will make an AR one, and then you know.
Oh my. That's
Right?
that's an old photo of Lorville you have on your background, your wallpaper there, hey?
I know.
There's no cloud cover. Like,
I
look at
know.
that. It's great.
Still one of my favorites,
Like,
though.
100%, man. It's almost like better. Like, I don't realize it's like, oh fuck, look how beautiful
Well,
that is.
You
Doesn't
can
look like
see
that
the sun
anymore.
more now. You could, or you can't. You could see the sun more
You could
on
see
the
it.
sundown. Yeah.
Now you can't.
Which I thought
Now you
was
can't
pretty
see
neat.
shit. Yeah.
Compared to
Now,
you know,
I do
blaze
actually
another
have.
one, Trudeau.
Yeah, right?
Oh boy.
Yeah, we are. So we did have Stim on last week, so you're
Yeah.
kind of back to
I'm gonna
back
go see him.
Canadians now.
I'm gonna see him tomorrow, by the way. So
Oh yeah?
yeah, I'm going to Vancouver.
Nice. What's going on? Anything special or
It's
just?
Canada, something Canada Day, something Canada.
It's something
holiday.
Canada Day. You're from you live in Canada your whole life, and it's something Canada Day.
Something. Yep. Maybe we're just gonna go to Vancouver, have some pizza, meet some peeps. It'll be great. Vancouver's a wonderful city.
Say hi for all of us.
I can see that.
Mr. Castanero. Thank you so much for the resub 23 months of bad decisions. Need to pack up and prep the next Equinox.
The next Equinox.
There you go, buddy.
When is
Great
the
to
next
have you
Equinox?
back, my friend. It's being planned. We're figuring out the location now. That's the big thing right there. I mean,
Okay.
we've got to grow it. So,
Yeah.
but we want to grow it with more PCs because
Yeah.
the PC ticket sells out in like a few days. So
It's the only way to do it.
yeah, it really is. Or bring your own.
It's a land.
So yeah, if you to be a part of the LAN party, let's be a part of the LAN party. So yeah, and then we want to make sure we've got some great. If you went to Equinox and you didn't fill out the survey, please go do it. We are very, very, very on top of that. Don't worry, Drew. You will have a much better place for your booth next year. We literally had to rig that up. Sorry about that. Yes, much AC. Yep.
Bring AC.
We have already literally looked at backing up a truck that has a giant AC unit on it, so we're well aware. No, but that's what's great about that survey. Please do fill it out. We do really care about this event. We do want to make it better. We do want to grow it. We always want to listen to you guys. We did hit 10 out of 10 on everything that we improved from last year. So next year we'll improve on this. So, but if you missed it, Seggellion actually did an amazing interview with Galactica and Jake, which was, I thought, really awesome. Yeah, the audio did cut out a couple times. It really drove me nuts, but again, we'll get better. So was that fun doing?
Talking to those peeps. Yeah, it feels so privileged to have that. Thank you so much for letting me do that, man. I think I'll always be thankful for that. That's like a life thing, you know?
I couldn't think of anybody else better to do it. I mean, it was super cool because as soon as you started it, it was like another person watched, like people just like slowly gravitated towards the front to watch it. And I thought that was so neat. And it just got better and better and better. That was really cool. So I yes, very much so appreciate that. So if you do know about Equinox, you also know that Seggellion did amazing pizza at the Bar Citizen the night before, which recently Seggellion has been. So do you want to set this video up for me?
I made pizza. He came to my apartment and I made pizza for the guy because I'm selling pizza out of my apartment. We had a pizzeria here, and a really famous pizzeria here in the city. Now I'm out of my apartment, so he came up here, visited me at my apartment, and making pizza. Yes, look at my balls. See my balls? This is a show off of my balls. I got a whole backstory for these doughs, and I made a different spreadsheet for this showing.
You made a different spreadsheet, an entirely new spreadsheet, or a copy of a spreadsheet?
A whole different spreadsheet, new
Whole
spreadsheet.
different
It involved a different set of calculations, and I mean, it was about 2 years of work, and I said, fuck all this, I'm gonna do this all from scratch all over again. And it actually took 30 minutes out of my workday to do this spreadsheet, so this is the result. Look at those beautiful
30
balls.
whole minutes.
30 minutes.
That's how good he has it down, by the way.
I knew what I was doing. I just had to focus hardcore, so I did that. And also, I found a bug in the spreadsheet. My hydrations came out probably 10% off. So this is an experiment. And what you don't see probably in this video is there was sticking on the oven when I made my first pizza. Hopefully you cut that out. I don't even know. This is my apartment, though. I was making, I had 4 orders, 4 paid pizzas this day. And I also, because he was coming over, I fired up the uni. And this uni is from my Twitch community, by the way. They were very generous and provided that for me.
Is that out on your porch?
Yeah, my balcony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I thought that was inside for a second. I was like, that's pretty good.
No, it's my balcony. It is pretty nice, though.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So he's doing a review, and this is his thing. He does video reviews of. Is it only pizza that he does?
Yeah, well, yeah, he's running out of pizza, to be honest, and he's doing other stuff too.
Okay.
Look at there it is. There's the deep dish.
That's the Detroit style. Yeah, well, I was I had 4 of them that I had to do that day for paying customers.
That's
So,
the stuff right there.
Yeah.
So here's the link to that, by the way,
shit, sorry.
guys.
Okay, I'm timed
No,
out.
no, it's, yeah, you'll get. That's
Oh, he got a really good close-up shot of that. I saw. That's good.
Yeah, no, if you guys went to Equinox, you really had a
Fast
treat.
forward to This is a
Really?
Windsor style pizza, by the way, that I'm making. This Windsor style.
Windsor? So what's
Yeah.
what's a Windsor style pizza?
It's when you get the pepperoni and you slice it laterally.
Ah.
It
That's
totally
it?
totally changes the flavor. I swear to God.
Really?
I've tested it. It's bizarre, but there's the thing to this. So you see here, it's stuck, and he cut it. That's fine. He cut it. You can see kind of there's holes in this one because it's stuck. You can see it, but he's got some camera. There you go, Windsor style pizza. There you are. So yeah, the pepperoni cut in differently totally changes the flavor profile. But I also made the dough as good as I could I mixed 3 other grains into this dough to make it taste way better. I didn't do
Yeah.
that for the Detroit style though. The Detroit was just same old, same old. Still using up the cheese from Ohio because I had 5 kilos of it, if you remember. So that's why I'm selling the pizzas.
He took 5 kilos of cheese back with him.
Smuggled it.
You can't say that on there.
I know. I said it right on my stream too, and I'm like, if Canadian Customs is watching, it was illegal.
No, that is, I mean, to be perfectly honest, to me, and I'm no food connoisseur, but at the same time, I do love pizza. I come from an Italian family. I know good pizza. Yours was easily the best. Like, the best to try. I don't even know the styles, but I mean, deep dish, it had spice, it had great cheese, it was so good. And I don't think it was a single person.
I think that's a
I don't think it was.
compliment.
I don't think it was a single person was upset with it. So you
Mr.
done
Hero was
well.
saying his biggest complaint on the pizza was that he should have ordered 2.
It was,
So-
yeah. Totally looking forward to having you back at Equinox to do pizza.
Yeah, I was
This
just
time,
gonna say it. Yeah, keep going.
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it way better this time.
It was the best
This
Italian
time
pizza.
we won't
The best
be
Italian
lim-
pizza made by a Canadian, Detroit style in America.
That's
Yeah,
right.
right.
And this time we won't be limited. We won't be limited by the venue. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So you
And that
gotta
was-
bring a. Go ahead.
So what cheese is that on top? Because that almost looks like
That's the brick cheese from Wisconsin.
that almost looks
fancy
like
fuck.
macaroni and cheese. It's so
Well, that's
thick.
because I got that's a KitchenAid cheese mill or cheese grater.
How do we get more of the pizza, Mr. Caponero asked?
Exactly. Well, that's the question. So Equinox, if we get a bigger venue, you're gonna have to include a pizza oven. I think that's the only.
We are gonna I'm gonna go one step further with that and actually have a proper vendor's row of food.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
that's the plan. So but yeah, we'll definitely work it out where Seggellion's Pizza is actually at Equinox. That was what it was supposed to be. We had a lot of complications with getting certain
That's a Nutella
fire
pizza.
bread ovens.
Don't watch.
Oh,
Avert your eyes. This is top secret. Don't watch.
well,
Keep going. Distract the people.
but this is a Nutella pizza also that he makes. No, we
This
can
is a
talk about
fucking-
it.
This
Just can't
is a
say what's
fucking
on
work
it,
of
right?
art. It's a fucking work of art. And like, there was a woman who helped me build this pizza, and like, she's probably one of the smartest culinary people I know. You know,
Really?
and she helped me build that pizza.
That banana
deal.
and marshmallow in there?
Yeah, you put the marshmallow in as a filler, and the way that it tastes, honestly, it's it's a fucking roasted marshmallow. There's nothing wrong with it. Adds a vanilla flavor to it, but it's a filler, and it looks like cheese when it melts. You'll see it. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Beautiful pizza, and the bananas in there.
Look at it go! Look at it go!
Yeah, I cook the bananas with rum. Like I burn off the rum, and it's all rum flavored and shit. So pretty real. And there's coconut in there too. You didn't
So
see that.
basically, when you bite in this thing, it just blows your freaking brains out.
Instant orgasm, dude. See the way the
Hey.
marshmallows form? Oh wow,
So-
nice
so-
segue.
So again, going back to the question, Mr. Caponero, how do we get it?
Yeah, we gotta get an oven. We have to get an oven at Equinox. That's how we have to do it.
Okay.
We have to rent an oven.
Okay.
Fight people for ovens.
Oh,
So yeah, we're gonna do that one that you actually found, the big giant proper Italian oven. Oh, but yeah.
Maybe you should make Equinox a 2-day event.
Let's see how CitizenCon goes.
Roger, understood. Oh, there he is.
Okay, so let's go back to, so this is what we had at Equinox, which was maze balls. I mean, literally maze balls.
Especially if you
So
got a quarter
good.
piece.
Yes, totally agree. Yeah, because like it was so chunky and just like you just I could only do like 4.5 slices. I was just it's
That
so
was the very
filling to me.
deceptive part. It looked so good, but it was a challenge cup of pizza.
Yeah, it
was
really
going
was.
to fill you up, and the flavor was just going to make you want to keep eating it. But it was, it's absolutely delicious.
So it wasn't like a normal pizza, at least for me. It had a spice to it, you know. It was like it was so unique when it came to that, and I thought it was amazing. But yeah, so it's a guy, you know, he's gonna come to the United States, to Columbus. He's gonna bake his pizza. You guys can come here every time. It'll be fine. And then you can get it all the time. Then there's no complaints.
Yeah, I know. Hey, someday. It was such a big deal to have that restaurant make that pizza in that guy's restaurant.
Fantastic.
I wish I could describe that sensation. Honestly, like it's like climbing a mountain. You know, you're at the top of the mountain. It's like, holy moly! How is this even happening right now?
But it's it worked out way better that way, because that oven, if I'm not correct, is actually a proper pizza oven, right?
I did an amazing job on my pizza. Like I now have a new standard for how I make my pizza based off of that. Like I thought
That's
I was
cool.
doing so well till I did it at Equinox in that oven with the American ingredients. Everything is so much better. And I'm like, I have to make my pizza like this going forward, and it's difficult.
But it was also because of the availability of ingredients too, because there was more availability here. That's why you were saying?
I can't get this shit in Canada. Yeah, I
Right.
can't get it in Canada. You guys got the good. That's why American pizzas are top
I guess
tier.
I could have just said it that way, but
Yeah.
oh, here's the
Americans will have
Nutella
best
pizza.
Yeah.
So you can't. This was muted because you can't tell you what's in there, right?
Oh, did he mute it?
Well, he put the words "mute" across.
That's so
there.
funny. I was like, don't tell people about the marshmallows.
Magic marshmallow. Classified, yes.
Wonder if you could actually do like a caramel drizzle, like very light.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would add anything to it.
I'm not against that. Not against
Customizable Nutella pizza. Holy crap! Yeah. I feel like you'd have like a 1 a.m. instant sensation here.
Mr. Aero Capital Fellow, I cook my pizza at 800 degrees as well. That's my uni oven.
And that is, it's just like I said, it's I've never actually had Segellion's pizza until we had it at Equinox, and I tried to bring myself down because I've heard from so much it's like that good, but I didn't want to like but I'm telling you, it blew my freaking brains out. It was so good. Yeah, Ohio pizza sucks. That's the other thing. You can clean up just because of that. Because Ohio pizza sucks. It really does. It's just terrible.
600 degrees. I don't think I was at 600 degrees when I cooked those pizzas at that place. I think it was around 400 something. It was really low. It was a conveyor oven, but I mean, I was going to take whatever I could get. I wasn't going to be picky about it. But man, something weird happened. And those pizzas cooked in like 8 minutes. It usually takes 20 minutes to cook my pizzas, but the conveyor oven, 450-ish degrees, and they cooked in that short of time, and they tasted like a freaking cloud, man. Like the outside was like glass. It was paper thin on crispiness on the outside, and so soft and chewy on the inside. And I'd never seen this before, and it did it so quickly. It was like the gods were doing this, man. I can't explain it.
The gods of Equinox.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably, I know it has something to do with ambient temperature, like the static ambient temperature of consistent temperature. So I'm sure that had probably something, because that pizza oven was proper big. I mean, it was probably at least 6-8 feet wide. I mean, it was huge. I remember seeing it. So
I like what Mr. Aero Capital Fellow is saying, that there's a conveyor and a convection and a microwave component to it. I could see that. It's the only explanation. There's some fucking science going on there. It's such a difference. I can't explain it.
Well, we were super happy to have you to be able to do that. Glad it came together. Big shout out to Jad. I know he's It's
big time.
He's literally the first person that always shows up in the stream because I think he has a bot that watches the stream. But Jad, yeah. No, I can say like it's when it started to fall apart doing it at the event, I was like, Jad, I know Maxie's has this awesome pizza oven. Can we go do that? He's like, I'll go talk to him today. And it was like he went down there and we like nailed it out in the like 2 days. Got it all ironed out, worked out. He worked with you to get the payment thing working out. So yeah, big shout out to Jad for that, for helping out with that. That was a huge help. And you actually stayed with him, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yep, for sure.
Very cool. Yeah.
If I find a piece of junk pizza oven, conveyor pizza oven between now and the next equinox, man, I'm gonna send that thing right to your back door. And you don't have to hold on to that thing.
All right, Mr. Captain Arrow says he wants to do Equinox in my basement. So.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Perfect.
I'll rent the block out. It'll be all right. Equinox block party. There we go. Proper American style.
2 days. 2 days.
2 days. Yeah, 2 days. Oh, God, now we're going to be able to that.
2 days.
2 days. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, so no, quite a bit with Equinox. We're working through that, getting that all formulated. But it's all about exactly this. It's like, yes, Seggellion's Pizza is not Star Citizen directly related, but it's very directly related because we as a community love it. It's like that's that thing. All-Time Energy definitely directly related, but it's what brings it all together, and that's what I loved about doing it at Equinox. So. Any other food vendors out there? I don't know. Hot dog vendor? Double dog vendor?
Double dog.
We'll get Buster.
Noodle stand.
We'll ask Buster next week. Double dog stand? Because she's big on the double dog.
Did you see in the for the CitizenCon announcement they said there's a Detroit-style pizza place in LA? Did you see that?
I think they need Upset.
I just thought it was funny. I'm like, that kind of seems like funny they would mention Detroit-style pizza just haphazardly, but that's on the CitizenCon announcement on the website. Because they're like, what to do in LA, and they're like, by the way, there's a great Detroit-style pizza place.
Really?
There you go. That's it. Yeah, Victoria's got it. Anyways, I thought that was funny.
So Drew says, I would like a pizza challenge coin, please.
Wow, I never thought about that. That's a good idea.
We got the guy for you.
Seggellion logo on one side, and it can be an entire pie on the other side.
What's up, Stoicus? Good to see you. Thanks so much for stopping by. No, that actually is a proper good idea. I can help you out with that. The guy that we used was actually another guy from the community. He did the Equinox challenge coins this year. Did a great job, and the pin.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, and that's what it's all about. It's like, community working with the community to get things done, and that's just so cool. So cool. Yeah, so I'm really...
Jed and I were actually comparing the coins side by side. He's got all like the collectible coins from like the Yacht Club and shit.
Yeah.
And we determined that this year's Equinoxes are the best challenge coins, at least in Jed's collection.
We went by weight and size, and we actually went for the shine this time. So the shiny edge versus like milled edge, and thought it came out really cool. So yeah. We have a guy from Movers and Shakers is the name of the site. He does drinkware. So yeah, we're obviously good friends. But no, he did them this year. Actually played Star Citizen, pretty cool.
Nice.
So worked out really nice. But yeah, it's I mean that's what Equinox is about. And obviously bringing the heat, quite literally. Really looking forward to seeing what you do at CitizenCon as well, which I will be helping you with your booth because I'll probably be there helping set them up like last year, or well, I always say last year, but Manchester. So looking forward to that.
Maybe Westbrook Drew's going to be helping me out set up my booth. What do you say, Westbrook?
I think you guys should be close. I think, of course, guys. We'll figure it out. Drew, you have to put a good word in for an Equinox booth and putting us all together if we're going to do this. Staying. Be a good thing,
Maybe they're doing stuff.
So, actually, on that note, Mr. Westbrook, RDF has kind of small thing that was supposed to be announced at Equinox, but didn't come through with the legal part. What can we say about this mysterious image that we all know is an Argo cargo?
Is it server missing?
No, so there is a JRDF model that is being released.
That's your password. Yep.
Yeah, I actually don't know what my Twitter password is.
I've had that problem. I understand.
I'll just
link it in chat. How about that?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, link it in chat. There we go.
There you go.
Here, I'll just take it straight off of there.
Oh, what's this? What is this?
So yeah, a new model coming up.
What are we supposed to guess it? Is like, what's that Pokemon? What's
Well-
that spaceship?
Yeah,
If you can't.
if you
yeah,
can.
That's it.
Here,
Is
always
it
ready.
not? Is
Here
it
we
not?
What do you-
Is it supposed to
what
be
do
the MSR?
what do you think it is? I think it's an Argo cargo.
You must be getting a different link than me.
Really?
I would love an Argo cargo.
Well, it's that one. I know, me
Okay.
too.
Where's
That's
the
what I
Argo
said.
cargo?
Well, it's yeah.
Soon.
I mean,
All we
is an
have is
Argo
this-
cargo 110 milliliters long?
Maybe.
Right? Yeah, the link kind of does also say Mercury
Have a
Star Runner.
whole lot.
But I mean, I
lot.
feel like it's, it's probably an Argo cargo. No, it's actually an MSR.
He
Yeah,
told me no. What?
What?
He
No
must have been
Argo
a bad
cargo?
day. It must be a bad day. Just ask him on a better day when he's in a good mood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Wait till you give him the paintings, Drew, and then ask.
We're
There
we
you go.
We should start up a competing company. We'll call it SRDF, and we'll make Argo cargo. One spaceship.
You heard it here first. You can't really go other than that.
Oh, you do it. Oh, you do it. Okay, that's fair. Let's do it. What? You're not doing anything important, Drew.
Right?
Ship it. Ship it.
Just push the button. Make it live. Make it live. It says coming soon, but we all know it is. But I mean, if we had an Argo cargo, I'd pay $123 for that.
100%.
How long until we 3D print Segellion's pizza through JRDF?
You can't 3D. Well, you can print the sign. That would actually be pretty cool. Print the sign, Skellion's Pizza. Put it next to your Argo cargo because you're delivering, pizza with. I mean,
$1 million idea, what, Drew? $1 million idea.
I agree.
we're only here one night a week, Drew. We can only do so much. All right.
It's a heavy lift.
We'll do your job for you. We will charge you in scotch and whatever Victor is drinking this week. I buy a 3D printer, Seggellion himself. Oh, there you go. See, Jokas thinks you're a very handsome individual there with the hat on and everything. I mean, I
Make
would
him
too.
blush,
like a
Lucas.
Frodo model or something. Hold on.
I'd put you in the driver's seat of my Argo cargo, Seggellion's pizza,
That'd be
and
cool.
delivered. You get better than that. In fact, we could build the oven in the back of the Argo cargo, probably.
That'd be so cool.
Hot and
Westbrook,
fresh.
that'd be a cool idea to, like, if you got a group at CitizenCon and 3D print them, like if there was like 100 people or something, you take like a photo, like a 3D photo, and like 3D print them at CitizenCon.
Arrow, DM it to me. I'll post it.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
There's a button for this, and it's allow, and I need to figure it out because I put it in. I put it in the thing to do the thing with the place to allow the thing to happen with the links, and I forgot what the allow command is. If you look at the command list, it'll show you what the allow thing is. Anyway, yeah, send it to Victor, and we'll post it.
I'm curious to know if Stuicus is going to CitizenCon. If he can hear us, are you going to CitizenCon?
Oh, he can definitely hear you, Sturkus. Are you going to sit and go? Mm-hmm. Because maybe that's just another person to get Skellion's pizza if we somehow make it happen. Because we've got 2 days now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, dude, that breaks my brain. It honestly breaks my brain. Like, oh, man,
It
there's so
does.
much.
Like, I've said it already once before. I am a little concerned, but
Yeah. Same.
I think
Whatever.
I think CIG will definitely cover the space as long as everyone stays healthy. I guess
Definitely not.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like every CitizenCon, they're always upping the ante. It's like they're just trying to make it more and more next level. And I'm like, after Manchester, I was like, okay, there's honestly nothing more they can do. They had the freaking ice sculpture. That's it. They've reached the top. And
The
it's like,
200 and some foot wide screen that
That was
took like
that
8
was
hours to
nuts.
build. That was so
holy
cool.
shit. Dude, that
Yeah.
was like, I didn't even know where I was, it was just so extra. But anyways, they've managed to one-up that by adding an additional day to CitizenCon. So this is where
Exactly.
we are now.
Yeah, and that
We got a
was
live poll in chat right now asking if JRDF should 3D print people.
ooh, like that.
Same
Like
here,
that.
Drew. I'm so salty about the ice sculpture.
Really?
I said
Why
this
are we
to Zylo,
salty?
too. Because they fucking did this and the ship wasn't even released yet, and the community was kind of pissed that they didn't release the ship. Yeah, just
And then they
the damn
released it.
ship.
And then
They
they
released it in February, March.
Well, yeah.
It was supposed
because-
to come out in November. Just ship it. Just ship
So that's the screen.
it. Yeah, that's true.
And each one of those black and purple boxes is an actual LCD panel. Ooh,
And
there's
the
two
sound,
jacks.
the sound is just like, I don't know, so many vibrations. Your
They had to
body's
turn
shaking.
it way down because as soon as they were testing it, the dust and stuff coming off the ceiling was astronomical.
I believe it. Yeah.
So they had to turn it down, and then they had to turn it down again when there was another convention happening, and they complained about it. The resolution is somewhere on this screen because I took a picture. Can I zoom in? Okay, zoom in. All right. The resolution is actually in this. So it's 7,040 by 1,200.
Wow. So
I
far
mean,
out.
that's pretty damn impressive.
Is that your
it
next
was-
monitor in the basement?
Well, that's actually why I took this picture. I was like, I could do that. But I mean, watching them assemble this and then test it, because it's the test print. But yeah, you're right. Like, they've gone mental, like, each step. And Boston, I thought, was a great experience because of where it was. This
Yeah,
was
that's
really
right.
cool because of how they built it into where to. So this was in a old blimp hangar, which was where this was. If you walked in the area that was just to the left of this, it was actually a high domed blimp hangar. Did you see that by chance, Seggellion?
I believe it. It seemed, I can, it
It
makes
was
sense.
so cool because it was actually brick all the way around. I'm like, I don't even know how you build something like that, but it was really neat. But this building itself was really wild. So yeah,
You know what's funny is the video that was shown on this, if you remember, was them hiking or they're climbing, their rock climbing, and it was for the Carrick. And I just think it's so funny that today, it was like a couple of weeks ago, someone came by my stream and I was like, oh yeah, someday they're going to have rock climbing equipment. And the guy was like, surely that'll never happen. That's such a joke. I can't believe you said that. And I'm like, actually, it was in this video and it was
That's right.
featured here. And it's
Yep.
like, okay, they put so much effort into this one video. I don't think nobody watches it. Nobody knows about it anymore. It's kind of forgotten about, and those features. Let's get the rock climbing stuff going in,
that would be
Oh,
super
go
cool.
climb a rock.
Yeah,
I
man.
I
It's so cool.
completely agree. Oh, there's Corsair and God, kill me if I forget his name.
That's Aaron Roberts. That's not Corsair though. I don't
That's
know
not
who the
Aaron.
other guy is. That's
Oh,
Aaron
that's
Roberts.
Aaron. Yeah, it's Aaron. That's damn it. He's one of the nicest people in the world. I feel bad now. Hey, there's Drew. Drew, there you are, buddy. There's your moment in fame right there, buddy.
You're famous. Oh my
Look at
god,
that.
that's perfect.
I got a picture of Drew. And
I didn't even see him until you zoomed in, and I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
no,
there he
yeah.
is. I'm like, where is he?
yep. There's the.
Oh, that's
there's,
perfect, Drew. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's perfect. Man, that should be your Facebook profile photo or something.
It should be.
This freaking ice sculpture.
It
Just
was
ship
really
the
cool.
damn
Well,
ship.
what's cool is this was before anyone saw it, and they actually chipped in the Earth, the planet that was below it, as people were walking in. So these are all pictures beforehand. I can show these now because this was all before anyone saw anything. But we were allowed to, take proper pictures of everything. The setup. Well, actually, I think we got Seggellion in here somewhere. That's the cosplay winner. Who was that? God, super cool guy. Actually got a picture from the night before.
I knew him then. I don't know him now.
I knew him then, but I didn't know him now.
No, I don't know him now. I forgot who he is.
This was the line
The line.
outside before anyone got in.
This is why I really like doing the booth thing, so I don't have to do the line.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Disco specifically said, please nobody do this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Meyer.
And yep, Meyer is one of the. So this was the official armor set that CIG did. This was the booth
Yeah,
right next
not
to you.
nearly as good.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
These are the neighbors. I'm still Republic Laurel. That's who they are. I'm still friends with them.
Yeah, they did a really good, I would have never thought of that as a booth, and it was pretty neat. It was really
You know
neat.
what? The thing is back then there really wasn't fashion in Star Citizen. It's like they were just rolling out clothing in Star Citizen
Right.
back then. So we didn't have anything to go by. So these guys were kind of making their own clothing for Star Citizen. That's why I was wearing that white jacket. Is because really that was the 2.6 jacket, because there was
Right.
nothing else.
Right. Yeah, but that was when Jay Lee really was getting into some good stuff that was allowed in games. So it's
That's
weird.
true. Yeah, we have a lot
Yeah.
now. So
Yep.
I'm curious to see how that comes together.
Yep. That was that was the big screen. It was actually 3 screens or 1 giant screen. It was kind
Hope we
of
get a chance to see Jay Lee in the wild. We're out there.
I got a really great picture of us hanging out the night before. I didn't even bother, Mr. I'm gonna volunteer, so I'm not worried about it. This is Astro Jack from Yacht Club.
Oh, is this Astros thing? Okay.
Yep.
I saw pictures of his suit this year. It looks way cooler.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, he's got some time to work on it. That one was really cool. This was the land. We had a blast setting this up. This was the javelin that one of the booths had. This
that was so good.
I really hope they recapture this though. The fog. What was it? It was the Lorville Market, right? Was it Lorville? Yeah. They really did capture it.
It was supposed to be like Levski, actually.
Or
'Cause they
Levski,
had
yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Levski, it still existed back then.
Yep. Well, it hasn't gone away. It's just gone away for a little while. It's gonna come back.
Okay, just like Olisar.
We'll get to that.
One of the bigger complaints was that Rexzilla's in that photo, by the way. One of the bigger complaints was the amount of smoke that was there. And I honestly hope they have less smoke because it was a little bit much. Like we were just breathing in this smoke.
Let's go back to the proper photos of the night
They
before
should make it Grimsky.
that I forgot about. This is Stim and I and the group testing the night before. That was pretty fun. Oh, this was the door I wasn't supposed to walk through, but I did.
Lol.
So there's the first Jax. I placed the first Jax because I was the only one that actually got that picture. Because there was 2 Jaxes. For the record.
Maybe there'll be 3 this year.
Probably will be. So anyway, so I took one of them and I put him in the radio room. So it was so funny because as soon as you walked in, you're like, whoa. Because he's looking right at you as you come in the door. And it worked so perfectly. Somebody was like, who put Jax in the radio room? I was like, not it. This was the night before.
Oh, yeah.
This was the night before. I got to buy Rex a drink finally, which was
Nice.
proper good.
He was a nice dude. I missed him.
He is genuinely a great guy. So he was there. I can't remember his name. Yacht Club guy.
Yeah, that yacht club dude.
I just did an amazing job on that thing. That's the guy from the islands, tiny little islands off of Spain. Yeah,
Azores?
they're in the Azores. Yeah, yes, that they're called something specific. Yeah, but there's Astro Jack. There's one of the coolest people of the community. in the back. Can't think of his name.
Captain
Can't think of his
Richard?
name.
Is that Captain Richards?
No, that's definitely not Captain Richard. God, I am like,
Beards. They
my
confuse
brain
me.
is dead tonight. No, he's an amazing individual. Super nice guy. There's Alf. I remember Alf.
Yeah.
We partied a little bit with Alf.
He's a nice dude.
We went very late. Darge, of course. Yes, I taste good. If you know who that is, I can't say who that is, but
Rumble. I know who that is.
Yep. Obviously, you know who that is, Mr. Corsair,
There's Corsair, yeah.
because he's like, you're just here to take over the world, but that's okay. So this is the picture.
Don't
What I
say
handed-
that, dude. Oh, don't say that, man.
I may have already told him that. No, I'm just kidding. So I handed my camera to some random person to take this picture. Did not realize I gave my camera to Captain Richard. It was that late. We had drank that much. This was rather late in the evening. But yeah, the four of us hung out pretty much all night. That's what happened to Stim's code. It was not pretty. That's Pixel, by the way. Making the most of Stim's codes.
Is he still around? I haven't heard of him for a long time.
Pixel's
Pixel?
still around.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes to Florida for weeks on end.
Okay.
These were two guys. We went walking the strip area outside and like ran into a bunch more Star Citizens, which was really cool. People we missed at the event. Almost got into a giant fight with them, on our side with another group. Kind of funny. Anyway, so that's how the night sets up. So that's why I'm like concerned. 2 days, the night before
2
that
days
Bar
of that.
Citizen, and now we're gonna have another one. The one before Austin, I broke my ankle in 4 places. So,
You gotta pace yourself.
I
You gotta
feel like-
hydrate.
I feel
and
like
you gotta
I'm-
sleep.
yeah. After working the entire week. Oh yeah. Anyway, we'll see how it goes.
I hope
Drew? I'm staying with you, buddy.
I hope on Monday morning I wake up naked in Vegas. That's what I hope for Monday morning.
Well, that's the worst part. Is I'm going to Vegas the week before, so yeah, it's might end up that way. Maybe we end up there.
I hope so.
Let's hope
My
so.
fingers are crossed.
The gods are listening. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So, looking forward to that. But yeah, oh man, I'm getting tired just thinking about it.
What spaceship are they gonna sell? What ship are they gonna have for sale there?
Okay, let's walk into that speculation because I have my own. Victoria, what do you think?
I think we gotta have a capital ship unveiling at this point. It's been too long.
Okay.
I think it'll be Anvil. And I'm excited to see it.
So we did do sitcom trivia when it was virtual the one year, and we actually had some pretty fun speculation with it. Seggellion, your thoughts? What
I
do
don't
we
know,
think
but
we're
I
gonna
like
see?
I like what Mr. Aero Capital fellow is saying. It's going to be another base building ship. They've been saying that for a long time, that there needs to be another base building ship. And at the Shanghai Bar Citizen, they talked about base building. So, yeah.
I would like to see
I'll
that.
go with that. I'll go with that.
Because in theory, there's probably going to be more bases than ships because like a single house would be considered a base. And I'll probably have quite a few of those.
Do you think they come back and do those land sales again?
That's what I mean, man. That's money. That's them printing money. Just shoot. Here's your money. Here you go. Money.
No, here's our money.
Oh, exactly. It's a money printing machine.
Here's your virtual thing that.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would totally do it. Hey, Roy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the show, my friend. Hope you're enjoying it. This is the Friday Night Space Bar. We have some great guests. We talk about Star Citizen. We have some fun, and sometimes, every once in a while, we actually play the game.
Really?
We have unlimited money. Well said, Drew. Well said. They literally do print money. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, I like to think that, like, especially the land claims, like, initially, I would like to see those as being rather limited, like even in game to buy. So I'm hoping that getting it early actually does, have some value. Because I went mental with Pioneers. I actually have 3 of them because Like as soon as I saw it, I love building. I love creating and building, and like it's like that's my thing. So I can't wait for that. So the land claims, did you guys bite in on those?
No.
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
Ooh, Seggellion, we should talk.
Okay. we should talk.
He's looking now. How many did I get? But I mean, it's a neat thing because, you know, in every major MMO, you want to have your piece of it, right? Your slice in the sand, your thing. And
That's what I was
feel
thinking.
like yeah, those are massive.
Isn't that like the end game though for an MMO is to own property? Because that's how it was in Ultima Online.
It
That's when
really
you win.
is. I think it is. I know so before Ultima Online was something called Meridian 59. One of the last things they actually created was land claim. And
The last thing?
one of the last things, because you know it had been a 4-year development game. It was actually pretty cool to watch to go
4
through.
years.
But
Long time.
back then, dial-up days, my friend. I mean,
Yeah. 4
Pretty
years for a
wild.
video game.
but it was before
Novel
Ultima.
idea.
So and like Ultima made the world so much bigger. So yeah, I mean, and like you know some of the modern games, like I know I have like land in a couple different games that was like you're right. It's like the only thing is like I was going for. It's I don't know. I think it's a neat to show expression and like, and it's really cool and it's not instance based. You actually own a piece of property that nobody else can have. That I think is really cool. And in Star Citizen, that should be totally possible.
But hard. How do you make it very difficult?
Well, it's a matter of what can you support. You know?
You gotta defend it.
Well, not. I'm thinking from the designer side of how do you support it from a server aspect. But with
Yeah, technical
Star Citizen,
element.
with object streaming, you know, container streaming, things, it actually should be pretty easy because planets are huge. So
You just keep making planets.
you make a planet.
So
But like a
what
lot of
happens-
places,
Or moons.
What happens when the end game is really easy?
you buy more.
Okay.
I don't know. Again, it's a balance thing. It's going to be totally a balance thing. And you know what? There may be a whole market for just buying land and reselling it, or hanging on to it and reselling it. You know?
But if there's so much, then how is there any value?
Well, it's just like the world, right? I mean, a plot of land in the middle of Florida, probably not worth a lot, but put it on the West Coast, or
Drew
yeah,
makes a
resources. Yeah, Drew makes a great point there.
Yeah.
Resources.
Montanium or Terblonium or whatever it could be.
Handwavium.
I hope there's a
Handwavium.
Terblonium mine.
Set down roots and just line it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, great views, great vistas, right? Like certain planets, like are gonna have, I'm
Yeah,
sure,
because
great
It can't
vistas.
just be industrial bases. It can't just be military bases.
Double
gonna have to
dogtonium.
You're gonna have to see, like, you know, essentially apartment complexes or luxury housing or other types of base structures, other than just the sand-swept, wind-swept, and then ruined structures that we have presently. So
Mr. Arrow brings up a good point. Orlando was a complete worthless swamp until Walt Disney changed it. You're absolutely right. I know. I've been there a bunch of times. I know people who own land there. It is absolutely mental. They are literally building houses there to be Airbnbs. That's it. That's all they're doing. And they are mopping up on it. So yeah. Yeah, Las Vegas, another great one.
Vegas, another example. Yep, the build out and sprawl.
Yeah,
Man,
still
I hope
worth a swamp.
somebody-
Yep.
I hope
Yeah,
somebody builds
Admiral, I mean,
Vegas
I
in
didn't-
Star Citizen.
I didn't hear about a lot of leaks from China, but at the same time, it's China. So yeah, there was a lot of people there. So I'm sure there was lots said. It's not anything about TIG being there, that's for sure. But no, like the land claims, you know, they're very small. If you look at the size of them,
I think so. Yeah.
yeah, like even the big
4x4 and 8x8.
the
Yeah.
big pin, yeah, it wasn't very big at all. It was like 4 times the size of a Pioneer, which is not very big. So they're probably going to have a lot of space to give away. or sell. So
Ooh, contents of swag bag. Ooh,
what's that?
contents of the swag bag for SitCon. What could be in it? You guys have
Well-
been. What have they given away in the past?
I got it right beside me the previous year.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah, sure, because all my stuff is
And those in
on
chat as well.
shelves
If you've
and
been to
shit.
one, whether it's in the U.S. or overseas, it's in the swag bag.
Oh, you got the white bag?
This is the Austin. And then I got the Manchester one inside of it. I don't know why I keep this beside my computer. The Carrack. See, everything was branded with the Carrack and they didn't ship the ship. Oh, you can't see it because it's keyed out. You want me to get rid of the keying?
I was gonna say, give it.
It's all keyed out.
Ship the ship
Rose
already,
Streamer.
Seggellion. Ship the ship.
Ship the ship. They should have shipped the ship. I'm telling you.
So there was some heat about not having the Carrack available at but as a volunteer I did get a Carrack, so
The thing was is like Reddit went on fire too because they were like, release the ship. You know, how do you well, I mean that's the spicy. Okay, there's the king. Yeah, there we go. There you go.
Magic
There's the
ruined.
Carrack. Look at the Carrack, see how pretty that is?
I actually had that shirt on earlier.
So blue.
They
It's
give me
really so blue.
some space shirt.
So what do we got inside of it? There's the booklet.
That was
Probably
really
get a
cool.
booklet
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah.
that I
Smells
feel
like
is one of the
everything.
best parts.
Smells like victory.
Wow, there's a lot of Carrack stuff though.
So like going to like big races like Le Mans and Formula One races, you get the the pamphlet, the manual, the book to say, yeah, give me some space. I had that shirt on today. The big bumper sticker, nobody used it.
I don't remember it. Pasta Ballista, maybe?
Yep, the ballista. Yep.
It was a citizen-made sticker that won one of the contests for design.
I got like pins and stuff too. There's little things like that. Yeah, here's
Big Benny stickers. Did you get any of those?
challenge coin. Oh, Big Benny stickers.
Yeah, you got those from me, didn't you?
Well, that was last. Was that last?
That was Manchester.
Austin? Okay, well, whatever. I don't remember. I get the years mixed up. You know.
Yeah, so volunteers were tasked with putting them on the. Oh no, I have. Yeah, that's the Big Benny's box. That was awesome. You still haven't put it together?
No,
hilarious.
never will I either.
I put together quite a few of them, so I can help you with
Then
it.
I got the little stuff in here, and I don't know, it's like pins and stuff. I don't know. Like it's all kind of mixed in with the awesome stuff. Pins.
So I did unearth something really special when I was looking through. I actually didn't have it with me, but let me show you this.
Oh, cool! Look at that, Seggellion.
Eh?
Tag is you got autographs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
tag.
Here, Dave Haddock.
What was
Dave
it?
Haddock signed it. Dave Haddock signed it. I can't read any of the other names. Ulf, I guess, signed it too. But I try to do that. Try to get people to sign it. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of that. Oh,
So
is this
this was from Austin.
It's from Austin? Oh, I see. That.
It's
What is
actually
that?
the pin from Kingfish from Dad Lando's
okay.
org. Yeah,
Oh, cool. Man,
it was
that's
so cool because
awesome.
like somebody just gave it to me, and I was like,
Wow.
when I looked at it, I was like, never heard of these guys. And then I was talking to because Dad Lando and I are pretty good friends, and he's like, that's my org pin in here. I was like, "Is it?" He's like, yeah. He's like, you got that in Austin. I was like, yeah. The other one I wanted to show is this one's really rare. The Austin fortune cookie.
Oh
Okay. I remember seeing those.
I haven't opened it,
Get one. Yeah.
but it is slowly coming to pieces. And I laughed because I found it in the bottom of the box, and I was like,
Perfect.
son of a. Yeah. That's what I think is. It's not so much what they give you. It's what you collect while you're there. That's kind of fun.
That's true. And like Westbrook is saying, like, he's so sad about not stealing something. And it's like, yeah, when you're there, steal as much as possible. Straight up. Remember,
Load up your
take notes.
suitcase for the
If
return
it's
trip.
if it's not finding a
100%.
home, you know.
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
don't steal
Drew,
it
you
from me,
remember
I
making the
will.
boxes? Oh my god, those things were. God, you had to wear gloves because the things were turning your fingers purple by like the third
Really?
one you made. It was so bad. Yeah, they were not fun. But really cool box. Really cool box. And they had noodles there that came in the boxes, which was really neat.
I had pizza with Bunsen. I didn't have noodles. I had pizza with Bunsen. I'll never forget that.
I didn't get to meet Bunsen. I'm hoping he comes to
He won't.
LA. He won't.
We have to pay for him to go.
All right. Bunsen and I've known him. He was one of the first people I knew, even talked to, because he was on Twitch. He was one of the mods, and him, and that's how I got to meet Pants Warrior. So yeah, that's cool. No, I've definitely, because he's still in Germany, right?
Yeah. And that's
All
how
right.
we got him to go originally, is he had a crowdfunding on Moist Noodles stream. And that's how we got him over here. But
Well,
now now Moist Noodles crowdfunding himself to get over. So times have changed.
gotta do what you gotta do. No, I would love to meet Bunsen. That would be super cool. But no, I mean that's the biggest reason I think I'd go, is just to run into so many people you either know or you've heard of or you talk to, or you're like, oh my god, we've known each other forever, and like you finally meet them.
I feel
Which
that
was
way
why
about
we.
Buster.
Oh, Buster's awesome.
Yeah, I feel more about Buster than anybody, because like we did the night crew a million years ago together.
Yeah.
And she's gotten super popular, and now she's very much involved in the Bar Citizen community, but she's like on the other side of the planet. But every time I get to talk with her, it's kind of like you go back in time, and it's just like how things used to be on the night crew.
That show was so unique because it was
So
the
unique.
well, it was just
It's
it
true.
was so different than anything else content wise, because like it could kind of be anything, and that was that's what I really liked about it, because like you two would go off on a tangent every now and then, and you had other, it was like 3 or 4 of you. And 5 of you, it got,
We had Hankin, Buster, and Seggellion on the same
Hankin
show.
was always great. It just like it's really cool, and now you look at like Hankin, you look at you and you look at back, it's like we've all grown up,
Kind of. Yeah. Is Hankin going to CitizenCon? Does anybody know? Anyone ask him?
We wanted him to come to Equinox, but it just last minute. He is? Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be great to meet him for the first time, finally.
100%. Oh man, it'll just feel, I don't know how to express it, but it's like, man, I've known these people forever, but I've never met them before, so I'm really excited to just do that.
10 years, right?
Yeah, it'll be such a life-changing thing. It's gonna be like day after day of just that at CitizenCon. It's like, oh my god, I'm meeting you for the first time. Life-changing.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
you! Yeah, it's you!
Yep.
I knew you! Yeah, it will be. The Bar Citizens, I think, are really off the hook. It's just like, that's when like everyone's relaxed and there's no expectations, I feel like it's, that kind of just, oh shit, like that's how I ran into the few, like right as I walked in, I went to go get a drink and I like looked over and I was like, what the hell are you doing here? And he's like, no. It was so cool because from that point, it was just one person after the next, after the next, after the next. And like people walking me like, I know you. Like, if anyone can identify this person, he was so hilarious. I can't remember his name, but he kind of as soon as he saw me, ran up to me. He's like, oh my God, I watched you on the yacht club, and my wife and I, we laughed so hard because you're always so funny, you're just ridiculous. And I was just like, okay, cool. It was just we were instant best buddies. And I want to know who he is again, because I have a coin for him, first of all, this guy. So if anyone knows who that is, definitely it was so cool because I was talking to Rex, and then I was talking to somebody else, and then he just grabbed me and gave me this big hug, and it was just it was just, I don't know. It's just one of those weird experiences where you just like, it's so cool. And we like hung out, had drinks the whole night. And yeah, it's just these kind of things. This is what I look forward to. It's just those random chance encounters. So, but yeah, anyway.
Jeff Wolfskin is right on the shirt.
Yeah, I
Does
don't,
anybody-
I don't know what that is.
Do you guys know if the few is going? Did he mention if he's going to?
I'll tell him to go.
Yeah.
He's raiding tombs in Mexico and stuff right now, so.
Is that what he's doing? Not surprised, man. Frig.
Right?
That guy. Yeah. Always up to
Probably would.
something.
Yeah, that was last year. So no, I would imagine he would go. It's not too far for him. But no, I'd love to see him again. He actually came out with the very first unofficial Equinox, which was really neat to see.
Wow, that's
He's a very
interesting.
heated skee ball player, by the way.
Interesting.
Very like yeah. If you wanna do the bet, that's what you do the bet on. He's he's captain skee ball. When was that?
Is that how you guys do like an initiation? It's like whenever you meet someone new, you get them in the skee ball, and this determines what kind of person they are or something. This
Maybe.
is it. I figured it out.
We don't publicly discuss the initiation.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we don't
understand.
talk about the initiation.
I'm not gonna say I had the greatest skee ball skills, but I was pleasantly surprised. I'll say.
We're good. You were good.
Okay, thank you.
So we started the night out beforehand, and this is where I learned about the skee ball thing. So we started with Moon Patrol, which this place had the best bathrooms ever. But the skee ball, as soon as he saw the skee ball thing, I don't know what they're called, alley, it was on. I mean, it was on. And you can see high score leaderboard at the top. My man was working his way up there. So what I'm saying is your segue to get the few to go to CitizenCon is make sure that there's a skee ball tournament there. He will be
Going
there.
for the top left. You see that?
He's
Every time
actually
he goes to the top
playing
left.
the top player from Pins and Mechanical, which is where we're at.
I see.
To try and beat, and just barely beat it. She beat him, which was hilarious. And he does claim his name to fame. But yeah, that was yeah. So
Wait. So she is the more experienced one. She's not going for the top left though. What is she?
No,
what is she even doing?
no. I don't know. I don't know, but like she was going straight up the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy points. Easy points.
The easy
Is that
points,
easy?
yeah.
She's 40 again.
So Few is crushing it, trying to go for the hundreds.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I thought that was the meta.
So yeah, that's what I mean. It's like you want to get the Few there. That's how you do it. You got a skee ball tournament.
Downtown LA, you gotta find us a skee ball place, dude.
Find us a skee ball place. We'll work on that.
Luke will just come out of nowhere. He'll just appear randomly.
He will. He literally
a
will.
new
He's-
challenger appeared.
I just poof. Dewey, get it. Get the mouse. Get the mouse. You could probably see Dewey going up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, but this actually was the first unofficial kind of Equinox. Strato in the back. Jaja.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is where the
Jad's
inception.
got facial hair.
Yeah, right? He had a lot of that actually. But yeah, this was a good time. With the all Ohio citizens, but quickly it turned into the. So that's the ring game. So again, maybe it's just really good competitive games that gets the Few out. Because boy, did he really love this game.
Yeah. He always kind of creates games too on his stream, you know?
Yeah,
He always plays
yeah.
games and things.
Yep. He was one of the first streamers I watched, him and Captain Richard. Because I was kind of like, oh, I should probably do more of that. Do more Star Citizen-y stuff. So, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, no, hopefully he'll be there. Maybe, like I said, just get a skee ball table there. We can get him there.
This one looks like fun.
We'll see. 2 days. 2 days.
2 days.
So kind of, I don't know.
Are you talking about Equinox? No.
No,
saw
not yet. We haven't confirmed that yet.
I saw Victor linked eBay auction for pizza oven, so you're on your game, Victor. I appreciate that.
Well, that was Mr. Capital Arrow Fellow.
Oh, was it? I thought it was you.
Passing
My
that
bad.
along.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Oh,
The link I just
nice.
dropped in was it's like a skee ball restaurant in Los Angeles.
Oh, this one. Gotcha.
Free
There you
skee
go.
ball. Mexican
it's
food
free.
and craft beer at this Los Angeles brewery.
Oh man, I love America. You guys are the best shit.
We just need to start it up there, man. So, free skee ball. I mean, you know, is that a thing in Canada?
We don't have
Many-
free anything.
But do you at least have skee ball up there? Are you that deprived or?
I don't know where you do that. I have no idea where you'd find that. Not even in Vancouver. I have no idea where you do that.
Do we have an OG Equinox crew? I've got two who said they would gladly do it. But we're gonna work to see if we can get at least 4 or 5 to man a booth, Westbrook. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. I don't know. I mean, we can keep talking about that. We can talk about the Inside Source Citizen.
Olisar. We're losing Olisar. I did
We're
trade
not
runs
losing
at Olisar
it.
today. It was fun.
We're not losing it. Not
Everybody
going
should go.
anywhere.
Everyone should go to fly to Olisar this weekend. Just
What
appreciate
is
it.
this LSR you keep talking about?
Olisar. Olisar.
LS. Nice.
Olisar.
It's not going bye-bye. It's coming back. It's just being temporarily replaced.
They said that about Levski.
It's just because they haven't created another star system yet.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Well, Levski's supposed to go in Pyro, isn't it?
No, that's Delamar. It's a Delamar. It's in Nyx. Yeah.
It would come back if
Westbrook
they
wants
blown
it.
up by Xenothreat. Ah, UMB. Oh, yeah. Levski was one of the coolest landing zones. I can't wait till that
I
comes
enjoyed
back.
it.
But
Well,
imagine when it
All-Star's
comes
nice
back.
landing zone,
Nyx.
too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in Nyx. Levski's supposed to be in Nyx.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Close enough, Drew. Close enough.
Throw
Give me a
darts at it
splash
long
damage
enough.
on that one.
You'll throw darts at it long enough.
Go back and
Well-
read your lore.
No, but it's not going away. But they're replacing it with I want to live it. I would not disagree with that. I would not disagree with that. It just kind
Drew,
of felt.
would you become the big Leveski?
All right, that's it. Get out.
It's a big Levski. I
Good
got
night.
it.
Good night, everybody.
Get out. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, well,
That's
like,
it.
that's just your opinion, man.
10 o'clock show is completely worse than the 7 o'clock show. It's actually worse. For sure. Nice.
No refunds.
Yeah, there's no refunds either. Sorry. No, I mean, you know, I could. Yeah, it was a cool landing zone because it was so much more than just the actual landing zone. You can go outside, you could drive rovers around. There was like cool jumps and like all sorts of kind of cool places to go. Plus, going into it, like flying into Levski was so cool because you can come straight down on it, or you can like come in like the lateral approach, which I thought was really neat. With the like random towers and like spiky terrain, and I don't know, I thought it was a really neat landing zone. So hopefully they maintain all of that. I think it's gonna be off the hook crazy, to be honest. But I think the new All-Star will probably be even, you know. Granted, it's called Seraphim, but why don't we
Load
just
it
watch
up.
the video? Let's
Get
just
a
let's watch the video.
Sure.
Yeah, we can watch it.
Hey, we can watch it. Here we go. Let me bring this up.
A long time ago. In a
Long time
system
ago.
far, far away.
Not really, but yeah.
Port Olisar was first introduced alongside the Persistent Universe and
Why,
Star
I'm
Citizen
Jared
Alpha.
Huckabee.
But by the way, interrupt during this at all. Anyone, cast and chat, if you want to talk about something. So, yes, it's not ripped. No, it's not. It's not going away forever.
It is
All
a
right.
rip.
2.0.
It is a rip, though. Like, I think we should appreciate it as a death of Olisar, and that's okay. You know, it's okay to be mournful and to understand that times
Let's-
change, right?
Let's
Things
go.
change.
Not rest in peace. Let's go with first version was awesome and special to us, but new version. All right, fine. Rip Ollie.
It's
And it
it's
holds a
not
special
the,
place in the
the
heart.
space station. The game has changed around the space station. It's outgrown the space station, you know, and that is really what we're going into. Is we're in a growing pain.
Yeah, they literally said they couldn't grow it anymore. They couldn't put any of the new stuff in it. So
I was gonna say I think it's resource intensive as well.
That's true too. I'm having real strong
Hearts of
nostalgia. I'm
many
probably gonna
remember
like
those
be
earliest
going on
days
that
of
for the next
Tessa
week. I
Bannister,
think is just
Tom's Array,
appreciating
and
Olisar
the old Big Benny's
on
Challenge.
stream.
But as Star Citizen's development continues to expand and evolve life in the PU,
You know, I
Port
saw a
Olisar
Reddit
is
post
fallen
being
behind
like,
in its
all these
ability
old
to
fogies, you should just get over it, man, and accept the new shit. Do you see that Reddit post? I saw them say that.
No.
I was like, you young people, you get off my Star Citizen lawn. That's what I said.
Noobs.
support the game systems of today, later this year, and certainly beyond. But now there's a new kid on the playground looking to take its role and its job, if not its
True.
place in our hearts. And it's scheduled to arrive in the upcoming Alpha 320.
In 322. So that's
Is it
Pretty
the
cool.
STL for Olisar, Westbrook?
Wait. Are we gonna get a JRDF model of the original All-Star?
They mentioned that on, I think on Twitter today. They said that, or somebody said that from
I
JRDF.
think you got to sell her there, buddy. I think you got to sell her.
100%.
I'd buy one.
That's the right thing to do.
That'd
for us
probably
old
be a
people.
model I can make because it would be all gray.
One thing
Very-
I really love about this space station, and I realized today, is like you come out of, like you spawn your ship, you're walking through the tunnels, and then you come out of the tunnel, and it's like you see fucking Olisar or Crusader right there. It's this whole backdrop of Crusader, this gas giant. Then you see your ship in front of it, and it's parked on the landing pad. There's no
Yeah.
view like that anywhere else in the game. There's no experience like that anywhere else in the game. So I think that's really what we're losing. That right there.
Well, so the new hangars are all internal? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you don't see anything anymore. You just
We
open
gotta
up the
fly
doors and out
out.
you go. It's not the same as coming out of a tunnel though and seeing the gas giant is so massive, man, and your ship is
That
also
is
so
true.
massive. I don't know, it's an experience. I got emotional today, I guess. Sorry.
I was gonna say, Shadow, all those mouse pads that you had that have Olisar on them probably gonna.
Might be worth something now.
Collector's items, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Might be worth it. No struts. Oh, no strut. That's it. We're done.
hey,
See,
also, Drew's
Drew?
like, damn it.
Told you, Drew. Should have grabbed one. There's your chance. It's gone.
On.
I also love the solar
Olisar.
panels on Olisar.
Port
I think
Olisar
that
was our
they're
first space
special.
station that
I
we
don't
put
know
into
if
Star
any of the other
Citizen.
space stations have the solar panels.
It's gone.
Because they're way too small. That was
They are.
yeah.
They're so damn
it's-
shiny.
but they're definitely very shiny. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Gone through some minor changes, but for the most part, it's really stayed the same. Just a quick, easy
You'll find out
get
later.
in, get out space station.
I was gonna say, Drew, what are you doing with it?
When it was first conceived,
You're just
basically
holding on to
it
it.
was really just a way for the players to spawn into the solar system. So we had to think about how many habitation halves went in there. We had to think about
Yeah,
the stores
I
that
got a
were
couple of
needed,
those.
and then a way for players to spawn in their ships.
That was and it still is. Well, at least until they get rid of it. About All-Star was it had everything, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it was really
And
nice. But
accessible too. It was so fast.
yeah, it was all in one level. There was no elevators. It was
You want
just
civilian clothes? You got civilian clothes. You want armor and weapons? You got armor and weapons. You got ammo. And
Yeah.
it was, you didn't, I think
Jumpers
they say it later
Depot.
on, but you didn't have to jump on a tram and go someplace. You literally just walked out to the kiosk, got your ship, right out to the pad.
yeah.
Do you remember what it felt like to spawn your ship? You know, and every terminal is full, or you'd have to wait in line for the next terminal to spawn your ship, and then you'd be
Yep.
like looking
Sorry.
at the person across from you also spawning their ship.
You're like,
I don't know,
don't.
that's an
No,
experience.
I'm next. I was here first.
Yeah. And like all of the large landing pads are taken, you had to wait for someone else to take off before you could spawn the next ship.
Or the infamous coming down from the hab and jumping through the window to get Dude,
Yeah.
shit.
Breaking
Yeah.
your ankle every time.
Not every time. Not every time.
I
Yeah,
think that people
the
like it just
nostalgia
because
of
it's
it is-
get in, get out,
It's definitely
you know, and there's
gonna roar on a
that
double
kind of
O-pad.
feel. There's no transit loops. There's
Yep.
nothing there that basically extends the
happened.
timeline and gameplay.
Yeah. I've seen every freaking bug at Olisar. Good
And
God.
for the most part, it has all the shops.
Remember when all the different armor sets were stacking on top of each other?
Oh, good. Yeah.
You think you try and buy one? No. That was before the terminals.
The average person needs, armor shop.
Please move your
FPS
ship.
shop.
Yeah.
There's a ship item shop there as well. I think the initial implementation of Port Alisar, did everything that we needed it to do. Checked all the boxes.
I never really
but
did
obviously, as the
buy
game has
components when
evolved
I was at
and
Alisar.
changed over time,
a lot of the component functionality came out after Alisar.
Yeah, later. Yeah.
But I know it
Yeah.
was there.
Selling them there was always pretty decent. The people that died in the elevator leaving their ship on the pad, yeah.
How about
Yeah,
going out the
we needed
airlock
to
but forgetting
adjust
to
it.
put your
Yeah.
helmet on?
Put your helmet on? Yeah, Buster said that in a tweet earlier today. I was like, yep, did that.
We've added medical gameplay, we've added cargo, and unfortunately, Port Alisar doesn't support
see,
any
that's
of
the
those.
thing. It's like they're talking about, they weren't able to add medical gameplay. They weren't able to add cargo. It's like, does every station need that?
Yeah, it should though.
Should it have it?
But it's
A minimum,
Crusaders.
maybe?
It's Crusaders orbital station. It should.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll go with that.
Game loops, so it became apparent that we need to start investigating a way to change it or adjust it and bring it up to speed.
Here's your solar panels.
Yeah.
They're pretty neat.
I hope everyone out there flies around Alisar before September. Please and thank you.
We should do that.
Oh, that's the new one. Okay.
Seraphim Station is the official name for what we've been calling Alisar
I hope there's missions and we go
2.0 internally for
and
quite a
fix
while
stuff
now.
in the station.
What we
Clean
initially set out
garbages
to
and
do
stuff like
is to create this really grand space.
Refuel the station?
that. Refuel the station. That'd be interesting. Huh. Wouldn't that be cool, refueling missions and refueling stations? Man,
Take this canister and go plug it into port 7.
You think it's... I mean, they got to run on something.
something. Yeah.
Even 900 years in the future.
Told you
Yeah.
to put more than $5 in.
It's just good. That was better than what I was going to say, but yeah.
Space station with a
what
really
if they
fantastic
took like
sense
2
of
starfares a day of various gases and liquids, just every day, 2 ship
I
deliveries.
mean, the
2
Burj
ship
Khalifa
missions.
takes, was it 200 trucks just to get rid of the waste because they couldn't hook it up to the...
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, liquid Schwartz. Yeah, we could fill it full of liquid Schwartz.
scale
the Schwartz
that
be with
players
you.
could have a really good time flying in and around and also to and from.
It does look cool.
So we had a really good time
looks massive,
playing around
too.
with different design languages and shape languages that we could then use to come together for the final product. We were also
Did you see
working
this, though? Back here, where they still have strut B. It says a B right there in the middle.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah.
if they're still going to do the struts. Because that was kind of the neat thing about, well, neat and pain in the ass thing. Hey, what strut are you on? I don't
Yeah,
know.
right?
You
I
had
don't
no
know.
fucking idea what strut you're on. You had to run out the landing pads, look at the letter ID. Yeah. So
Is that a B for the strut or is that a B for an
I
advertisement?
don't know. It might be an ad, but I just saw a
It's an
B
ad.
and
Yeah,
feel
no,
like,
I think that's an advertisement.
fine. Fine. Kill my All-Star dreams.
final product.
Every time.
We
No,
were
it's
also
called the
working
Schwartz
on
station.
lots of shape studies
That's
in
what we're gonna have to call it now. There's There's a little ring and a big ring, so maybe it does.
Oh,
You got the upside.
rings.
You got the upside of the Schwartz. I got the downside.
evolving the silhouette of the station to make sure it was reminiscent
there's
of
4
other
struts. It
stations
could
and
be
also to
strut
bring our own
ABCD.
unique spin on it.
I feel like it could be.
See,
Seraphim
now,
Station is an
all of those
homage to-
cargo containers, all of that I bet is going to have to be dynamic for the Hull C gameplay. I bet once, you can buy hydrogen if they have hydrogen for sale there. I bet there'll be less of those cargo containers. And you'll know what you can trade at these trade ports based off of what cargo containers are on there.
That would be very cool. Knowing that Tony Zervik's involved with it, that's actually probably how it would work. I would love that gameplay. That would be super cool. Because think about like deep space stations that are player owned, like before you go into war or maybe during war, being able to recon a station from afar. Because then you could start masking contain. I don't know. There's a lot there. There's a lot. That would be really neat though.
Serpent Station is a
It
homage
doesn't
to
look like enough
Port
containers,
Alistar in the
though.
way
I'm
that it
just gonna
looks.
say that right now.
We're keeping the rings, and
Those are
but then
probably
it's
the
also
48
taking
SU
all of the
containers. There
existing
was
Leo
9 of
Station
them. You're
gameplay
right, that's
and
a
bringing
lot.
that over to that station.
Must be bigger than
It's much
48.
larger
Those are
and much
really
more
big.
extravagant than anything
Well, here's
we've
a better
ever
shot
done
of it.
before in
Yeah,
terms
once
of
the
our
Hull C
space
is in
station
game, I
kit.
bet we'll get a
But
better idea of
this
what
is
those
used.
containers are.
Yeah.
So like this shot here, yeah, the way
Yeah.
that they're on spires that come out, it almost looks like the sea could extend and just attach that whole quad, the X quad. Because isn't that the center of what the whole sea looks like? Is that expanded?
I don't
It's an
think it's
X.
that many. I think it's like half of one of those containers.
Yeah.
Once the
pretty
Hull
neat,
C
though.
is like actually in game and beside it, we'll have a really good idea on how much SCU that actually is. But I bet it's quite a bit.
Yeah, the physical size of it, seeing it in game, that would be pretty neat.
Utilizing the kits in the way that
That
we
was
haven't before,
one
and it's
thing
created
when they
much
added
more
the Hull C, I
unique
was thinking that
identity.
they really have to redo the space stations to accommodate the Hull C.
Just for sheer moving of actual physical items, because everything's physicalized.
Yep.
Well, that's the
Yeah, and they got another
Deeper
year of
than it-
development of adding features onto that, just like they did for mining.
Well, last show with Stim, I think we added at least 4 years of development to the game. So
Keep firing, assholes!
That's right. Keep firing, assholes. We were coming up with all sorts of great ideas.
Anything
Well, I
else,
mean, it's
think.
inevitable as far as trade goes. Like, if they want to do all
I
the
think
stuff
the
they want to
gameplay
do,
around
these
it
are
is
the
going
things
to
they'll
be
need.
very cool.
So the fuel bubbles back here too. Is that what those are? The fuel are those like gas storage?
Fuel,
Well,
water,
yes.
gas.
I would, yeah, any liquid like that. Because the gas is a liquid, right?
Is it? I don't know, CEO of Altama Energy. No, I mean, I was always curious about that. I mean, I would assume, yeah,
Who
it's
knows
a
though?
gas.
Pan-wavium. Could be anything.
That's right.
I think the gameplay around it
Could
is
be
going
the
to be
Schwartz.
very
That's where they
cool.
keep all their Schwartz.
Specifically,
Liquid Schwartz.
just
Liquid Schwartz.
seeing it for the first time, approaching it.
Well, it's in a vacuum, so it's very cold.
There's multiple
Here we go.
hangars,
That's
view
not
rooms
beauty.
all over the station, providing
So
you with
it doesn't.
beautiful views of the planets.
So what I was
rooms all over the station.
thinking was
First time
is
approaching
that
it.
the front and rear came off and could attach to one of those like X-spires.
There's multiple.
These like four.
Yeah, I
it's an
think
X.
those spires are much bigger than the Hull C, personally.
Yeah. And seeing
I
it
think-
next to the station, granted it's in the foreground.
Yeah, I think one of those yellow containers there, I think one of those is probably equivalent to a whole Hull C. One
That's
of
a good
those
point. This isn't the Hull C. This is a A or a B, right?
That is definitely a Hull C. That is a Hull C.
It is? Okay.
Yes.
You would
I
know.
don't think it's C to me.
Multiple hangars, view rooms all
Look
over
at
the
that
station,
badonkadonk, dude.
providing you with
got it.
beautiful views of the planets
how you know.
at the right time
But
of day.
specifically the badonkadonk. Yes.
100%.
Extremely large station,
100%
probably
badonkadonk.
4 to 5 times bigger than Olisar. So
Confirmed.
we have everything that you
Badonkadonk
could possibly
confirmed.
need inside. It has
That's what the C
various
stands for.
sets of
Yep.
hangars and habs in the center of the first 2 rings, and those are going to be where
I'll
players are
support
going to be
that.
landing their ships, collecting their
Okay,
ships,
but
and
here's the one thing you are going to get with this station is the doors opening up. You're
100%.
seeing Crusader on a sunrise. I mean, that is going to still be pretty
No,
cool.
no,
It'll
we
be
all know
nice.
it'll be nighttime. We all know that. It's
That's
gonna be
true
nighttime.
too. Yeah. Why all the stars like that? It's always in the dark, I find.
It is always in the dark. You're right. I did notice that.
Anytime
You're
you
right.
go to do anything, it's always night. Don't even.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
that's Star Citizen in a nutshell.
the general gameplay that occurs over there. Then towards the back end of the ship, we have the cargo area, which is going to
And people on
incorporate
Reddit are like, oh,
that
it's just
gameplay
the
as well.
same
So
garbage
this
we
area-
always get. Yeah.
This is
This is in every
this is where I'm
station.
going to be.
This is in every station, by the way, this exact place.
Really?
You can
Very much.
actually get above the the roof there. There's like a whole other area where you can stand up and hang out or whatever too. Secret.
Just needs a small bar, little DJ booth. This is home.
This is in
sort
the
of
trading
mixed
areas, the
and
trading
matched all of
depots, and all
these
the
together
stations. Just
to
hidden way
I
in the
have
back.
seen, yeah, I've seen it, but I've not seen people sitting in it, and I've never seen that couch. Is that couch
Okay.
in everyone? Because that is a
Yeah, it is.
proper leather couch.
I've been to many a party in these locations. It's exactly like that.
I'm hanging out with the wrong people. All right, you're taking me to one of these parties.
mix
Oh,
and
for
matched
sure,
all of these
100%.
together to create something a little bit more
I don't
unique.
think I've ever played
We
a
also
viewing game,
have
actually,
docking
Shadow.
tubes and everything else that players could need
don't
to
think so.
traverse along this big structure.
Hanging out with criminals. No.
Yeah.
Shush, you
I'm the
you
criminal that
shush.
you're hanging out with, all right?
I don't know, man. I've hung out with some real criminals in this game, that's for sure.
That's what brings us together,
has
right?
medical clinic
Yeah, honestly,
areas.
that's true.
It
Like you
has
will, like, you go to
cargo,
CitizenCon,
everything
you're gonna
there
talk to
that's
some really questionable people, man. But it's the game that holds all of us together.
That's right. That's right.
needed to
So
support
true.
all of our careers that are being developed and growing.
The whole need for the station was that we're trying to have a focus on and
And
introduce
you know, one thing about
bounty
it being
gameplay
modular
into
like
each
this, like they can easily go in and swap out assets if they really wanted to. Like if they wanted to establish a real unique brand with Seraphim Station, you know, it's probably a couple month task to rebrand it if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and I one thing about All-Star that I immediately noticed when I first saw it was they actually had a specific serial number and a specific way it did the serial number. I do hope they kind of carry that forward because like it's kind of neat because you should be able to look at some sort of ID and know where it's at, you know, who owns it, you know. I thought that was kind of neat. But then again, they are different, you know, owners and groups and things like that. So, but like those little things to me, I think are neat because in a giant universe like this, you need some sort of logical order, you know, when you're like, you know, running stores and stuff. You need that. And I thought that was kind of neat. I haven't seen anything yet like that on this, but it could be just massive. So I don't know. We'll see.
So it
why they
has a
decided
security
to do
dock
these
integrated.
capital ship landing areas or docking areas vertically compared to the rest of the space station. You know, usually in the space
I've
stations we have
wondered
right now,
about that.
it's like
Because-
this here, and then these ones are horizontal.
Right.
Make no
Like
sense.
if there was supposed to be some sort of spherical gravity, but there isn't. Like
Yeah.
there's an up and down that runs with the spire. So it would make sense to do these along that. But at the same time, you're right. It's like some of this isn't there a station that actually has them where they're radially out?
Yeah, all stations are like that. All the stations. This one isn't. I don't understand it.
Hmm.
I wonder if they learned something and are like, okay, we have to do them like this now. Bizarre.
That's true, because this is the first like proper station rework versus some of the
Well,
new ones.
With it stacked that way, I mean, you can certainly see it's got polar attachments. So maybe they're adding extra bits.
That could be. Yeah, this is more scalable this way.
Whether
is
it's
true.
weapons, whether it's
If they-
ammo, whether it's other military specific crates, whether it's like mission fuel for the cap ships.
Well, if there's 200 people who
Communications.
own javelins on a server, we're gonna have to have places for them to park them.
I was just gonna say, it's
Yo,
like,
Who
how many-
are you talking
how many
to?
how many
These are my
javelins we have in
friends,
this game?
Victoria.
Yeah, I know somebody who has 15 javelins. I don't know why,
Right?
but they do.
Yeah. Well, after you start purchasing one, it's hard to say no, you know? Just keep, oh, I'll get another javelin.
What else
here.
do I buy? Right?
What else do you do? Yeah.
integrated into it as well. That is going to be where all of the bounty gameplay is going to be happening, and you're going to be
I
directed
don't get
towards
this whole
that.
bounty hunter, like they need their own dedicated landing area. Okay.
I wondered about the same thing, and I think it's just because the brig or the prison is going to be right off that.
Watch what they're pushing on the deck there.
Yeah.
Ah, carbonite. Man, frozen carbonite. That's a pickle. Rip.
Wonder where they got that from.
Yeah. No, I didn't
So
notice
it
that.
will
I'm glad you
be
mentioned that, Victoria.
the replacement, so to speak, for Olisar.
Yeah, it's like the
Olisar is
brig.
not going anywhere. We know what a historical.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
I don't know.
why they
I
need
would roll. I would take somebody in carbonite right into the promenade. I'd probably put a drink on it, you know, and walk into the bar.
Can you access the promenade from the security area?
I feel like you should.
Okay. That's cool then, because then it's like a place to go at a station. It's like, oh, let's go to the security area and check that out.
Right?
Yes.
Push.
But it's
push a
weird
few-
how None of the other space stations have this feature, but this one does. I don't get it.
Well, it's the new rework. It's version 3, 4, 7,
Okay.
whatever
Can't
they're
keep
on.
track of it. Yeah.
Bet it's from
6.9.
Fettuccine Carbonara. Yeah,
It's a carbonara. That's
Get
right.
out, get out, Corsair. Get out. Basically, Gen 2 of Lagrange Station. Yeah, I kind of feel that.
Thing it is
Or
for the
3
players.
or 4.
We will pay proper homage to
There's
it
been
later.
a lot of reworks to the space
We were
station.
trying
So, straight from Top Happy's mouth, we will pay proper homage to Port Alsar. So, not gone completely.
Now we get two.
Find
We got 2
ways.
months to pay our homage. So get to work.
to
Get your best shots.
basically send it
Run into the rings for the last time.
Yeah.
off. Obviously, I think if we did a new space station and just renamed it Port Alisar, the old Port Alisar that they loved then just goes away completely. But basically, for right now, we need to remove
Your
it,
bids now.
and then we'll be putting in Seraphim Station in its place. And then in the future, we'll talk about what we're going to do with Port Alisar.
That'd be a fun live top wallpaper.
We could do that.
Just the
So the way that we set up our LEO stations, all of them are future-proofed and allow us to.
All of the stations are future proof. No, they're not. No, they're not, Todd. Todd, they're not proof. They're not future proof.
I
They're
thought it
good
was
for
pretty
maybe
funny
another
we said
year or
that.
two.
Man, people say the same shit about websites. It's like, I want a website that's future proof. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
dude, that word does not exist. As soon as I heard that, I was like, that's it. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
We're out.
lies. Yep.
Just stop here.
Add new
Anyway.
modules to them via
I get
our
what they're
internal
saying, but-
transit loop, and it's the way that we
So this
set
was a
up.
weird station. Like, what is that?
That's
Is that
either
just like-
it's either Bajini presently or it's an old version of Bajini. But I do remember when Bajini looked like that.
Yeah, it
I
had
don't
the
know if it still looks
ring,
like
but then it put the bottom. Yeah, but still, it's like not a very functional station.
Sure wasn't. But you used to
Sapphire.
be able to race around the inside ring of that station. We used to get Noxes and we used to race the inside ring. But
Hmm.
nobody's doing that yet.
It's one of those cool kid things. That, you
Yeah.
know, we used to do.
The cool kids.
our internal transit loop, and it's the way that we set up the object containers within the game.
So the interesting thing about when they're talking about setting up stations and we have this new way of doing it and it's like, it's all dynamic and it all just works. They're showing these asteroid stations and I'm like, I don't know.
That's where we're gonna live, though. We're gonna own those stations,
well,
man.
but generating stations that are asteroid stations. How are you gonna make? I mean, I don't know.
We
I don't
own. Don't you have like one of those hangar, like when you buy a ship and includes a hangar? There's there's an asteroid hangar one.
I know this,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
saying, how do they build those on
They
the
still hand that one
fly
out?
properly? Yeah,
I don't know, man.
be interesting. I mean, it'd be super cool because that is very hard to do. It's very because like randomizing all of that in the way where everyone's unique. It is in an asteroid. Yeah, it's in an asteroid, but it's all the asteroid part that makes it interesting. So I don't know.
Game and load, and this is
Well,
also becoming
persistent halves
future
will be
proof
nice
for
whenever
when we
that
add
happens.
new things
Persistent
We'll have
to the
lots
station.
of places of doing it. That is actually the station from the backdrop of Equinox.
Mm.
Yeah, came out really nice.
Port Alisar,
Oh, look
at
it was so small. There was
That is
no
basically the mouse pad right there. I don't think I have one because we gave them all away. But no, he did it. Huskow did them, and it was a real long shot of it. And it was like Alisar's real tiny in the corner, but it looks proper good.
no place to add.
Now
or,
worth
or,
$1 million. If you want to
grow,
buy one,
and
let
there
me
was
know.
no transit loop.
Yeah,
so
well,
that we
I was
can
thinking if you
fill
don't get a
in,
booth at CitizenCon, then I definitely want to get all those Haskaha things and put them on display on the outside.
We'll work something out for sure.
Yeah.
In fact, we probably should do maybe an Altama Energy mouse pad giveaway.
We don't. Well, okay. Be a Starfare or something, I guess.
Altama at the corner.
Starfare with a gas gauge that says like 2 clicks from empty.
Could it be? Could it
Just
be
give
like
us
1
a
to
call.
Could it be like 1 to 10? The gas gauge being like 1 to 10, and then it's at 11, You know, that'd be cool. The
Totally
ultimate
back.
gas gauge Z11.
That's right.
Mm.
Hell yeah, because it's so cheap. Because they get it to you so no, yeah. Whatever
Something
you want,
like
man.
that. I don't
We
know.
could do that. We could do that. That
You
would
have
be
to have
cool,
11.
actually.
That's all I
I need.
asked for is
I
11.
need. All right, fine. We'll
So
make one
cheap it
11.
practically ships itself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Open new loops to get to new areas, and with Seraphim, this allows us to continue that same thought process and to get everything that we need.
So there's
to
a
give
there's
to
a shot of those whatever they are above. They definitely look like removable. You know, like there's one missing there, and there's one missing at the top, and there's one missing at the bottom. But yeah, like what are those? And does that have anything to do with the capital dock?
Yeah.
the
Speculative.
Guess that- I
player
mean,
in that
I mean,
area,
not for
either
nothing,
things
but it
that
almost looks like
Ryzen
you
is
could have a
missing
worker
or
bot come up,
things
grab
that
it,
Grim
take
Hex
it
might be
down, and just
missing. This
drop it
allows
off
us
in storage of a
to
cap
basically
ship or
make sure that the
something.
player has a local area and a local space station to acquire anything that they
Name
might
this
need.
station Special Tap.
So as new careers come online, whether that be bounty hunter or exploration or other things, this opens new ways for us to actually go in and add new decks, new content. So Seraphim actually fixes all of that.
For now.
The whole sea is coming, and with the
Okay, here's a good shot. Whoa. So okay. Oh, that's an even better shot. So there's your size comparison.
There's your size comparison.
So that's a C behind the station. Finally, we keep seeing it in front of it. It's a lot smaller.
Yep. Yeah, I
Huh.
think one of those containers is about the Hull C worth. So there's
Well,
like
look.
8 per row. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So that's 16 Hull C's worth, and then there's 2 more on the other side. So the 18 Hull C's
So
worth
it,
of cargo.
it looks like if you look at this, well, you can't see my mouse, but the top area there, it's broken in 4 different pieces. So those
Yeah, that's-
easily could
that's-
be. Yeah. Okay. That's what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Okay.
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Well,
still quite a
one-
bit.
One thing right now that I'm noticing with trade is that there's only so many C2s full of barrel that can buy and sell at one time. So there's like a maximum amount of spaceships that can be operating. So if they
Right.
calculate this, each spaceship is 16 Hull C's worth, and they know trade volume. I guess that's trade volume, right? So then
Right.
the space station is going to have to be consuming enough or producing enough commodities, to afford that trade. And I guess on the opposite side is the consumption, if they have that. But
Quanta's going to be incalculable.
But this is going to have to happen over the next year, because at the end of this whole development cycle, they're going to have the physicalized cargo, and that's probably a year away. But before they do that, they're going to have to this consumption and production ratio. Figure
Mhm.
that out. I don't know if the Hull C is going to be at the top of that. Like if all the other smaller ships are going to kind of feed off of that one production model, but it's all going to start from the Hull C. It's really exciting.
Well, and that was like kind of what we're already seeing with trade now is there's just not enough to go around to trade. Like stations are running out of what you can trade. So that's where Tony Zervik's back there working his quanta, he's just
I would say
figuring it out.
It's really well balanced right now, though. Like in the 319 patch, there's a good amount of commodities for all of the types of ships that are being traded, plus or minus the volatility of the ship sales. But
Right.
what they have right now is pretty good. But after they add the Hull C, though, everything is going to change. That's the thing.
Well, there you go. Just like Drew
Literally,
said.
Westbrook. Literally. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, people don't. I don't think they
and,
really realize that how much different it's going to be. Crazy.
Well, the amount of money that you can make, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well,
You just see a whole bunch of Hull C's flying around and fighters maybe shooting off.
I hope so.
The boxes.
I hope so, dude. That'd be so cool. What
Not
if
if
though?
you're flying one.
What if you don't make more in a Hull C though? What if it's still the same? So I'm making about 250 to 300,000 doing a C2 right now.
Mhm.
So what if it's the same for the Hull C? Because I'm not going to be able to buy 3,000 units a barrel anymore. I'll
And
probably
that's what I'm wondering is will that balance come in that because of quantity, So I
Mhm.
don't know.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is the C2 a C2 can get into places that the Hull C can't. So maybe that's where it becomes, dramatically different. Because like these can only be spaceborne, so got to get to a planet eventually, right? That's where most of the consumption is going to be.
I wonder if we're really going to make that much more for it. I don't know.
When there's more systems, I bet you the Hull C really comes into play. The long haul, literally the long haul trucker. I don't know.
How much should you be able to make off of one cargo run? Do you think is fair given the current economy? Like with all the bounty hunting missions and those other missions, what's fair?
I don't think it should ever be based that way. I think it should always be based on supply and demand. Because as a player, if I'm a pirate or if I'm a trader or if I'm a corporation owner, I want to be able to modify markets. Because that's where real supply and demand comes from. Because it's just like, and I use the context of Eve because it's the only thing I really have, is wartime economies in Eve were insanely profitable because you knew there was a war going on. So you weren't even on either side. You just started shipping ammo and ships and modules to the front, and you just watch it sell because it was 10, 15, 20 times as much. That same thing will happen in every system, or could happen in every system for a item or thing that is in demand if you create the demand. Because, like Tony Zervik said, there's going to be corporations that are going to be buying and selling stuff. And that quanta is actually NPC quanta until the NPC quanta are being blown up so much where they start to offer contracts for players to deliver the stuff. Or maybe they're already doing it and the price just goes up. So it's all numbers and, this computed back end. So I don't want it to be something where they should try and frame it into what it should be worth. I think they should let it be what it is actually worth.
It's about fairness, though. Was there a maximum in Eve for a cargo?
Never.
Really? There's no maximum?
Never. Nope.
You could have a billion
You can
credits.
buy a single piece of antimatter ammo, which is normally worth like 0.0001 ISK, for 10 billion ISK.
I see. Okay.
And people would do that. If you didn't watch, you just click buy and
That's a lot of fidelity there. It's like you have to have a game system designed for each segment of that cargo trade. Like $0 to $1,000. You got your credits. That is
It's a
one
real
cargo
market.
game. And then
It's a real
1,000
market.
credits to like 100,000 credits. That's its own cargo game. And then 100,000 to 500,000. That's its own cargo game. And each one of these are outlined by ships, right? So
But
Eve
again-
doesn't really. Does Eve have one ship for each segment of these cargo games?
They have many, many ships.
Really?
Which is,
Okay.
yeah. Well, it's not a matter of the ship transporting it. It's a matter of the item in the place that it is. So you can have that Rifter, which is a very low-end frigate, and it's the only ship in a station way out in the middle of 00 nullsec, which is lawless space. And you're in a pod and you need something to get the hell out of that station. If it's the only ship there, you can settle for 10 billion. Somebody's either going to buy it or they're going to stay there forever. So yeah, it's a kind of a dickish thing to do, but at the same time, it's a reality. If you're in the middle of Ethiopia and you're trying to get the hell out of there and you need a plane ticket and there's only one plane flying out of there and it's got room for 2 people, that guy can fly that freaking plane for whatever price he wants to, as long as he knows the person somebody's going to. So I like it and I agree with it, but at the same time it still sucks for the player, but at the same time, it is a reality. But to me, that is, there's only one frigate out there. I'm going to bring 10 more out there. I'm going to charge 1/10 of that. So yeah, I like
Make a
Drew was
note
saying.
start airline in Ethiopia, Shadow Air.
They're actually. I say that because it was a real story. There was like somebody who got hard up there, could not get out. There was one plane that flies out of that area, like it literally 2 days out of the week, and there's only like 5 slots on that plane, and he ended up paying like $10,000 or some crazy amount to get out of there, and literally only flew like 100 miles to a major airport. So, but
that's interesting.
It's supply and demand.
What you're suggesting is that there should be these rare missions that pay redonkulous amounts of money. What does that look like from a
Well-
game system? What about fairness?
It does, because Tony Zervik already talked about this, and this is why I brought it up. Was he was saying that, you know, in this long Quanta talk that he did, which was really good. You could fall asleep during it, or you could be super focused on it. But is like he was saying is like, if pirates, whether it be NPC or player or both, started to basically raid commerce coming in and out of a single planet, or maybe they were focused on a specific type of commerce, like you know, tritanium or whatever sort of mineral that's going in there, and they were stopping that from coming in completely. So now you got major factories on a planet that can't do what they need to do because they're actually driven by a real economy. So those factories stop. So the factory owners start to offer more higher priced, you know, commodity missions, or say, hey, but then at the same time, the pirates are also going to start floating in. But then the pirates are but so the police should start to float in. So, you know, it's that whole balance. If that's all automated in a way that actually makes logical sense, then it would work itself out. But there's always going to be the lawless areas that it's the law of the land. It's the supply and the demand. And that's where I'm kind of getting at is I hope they leave those alone. And they don't cap certain things. Like every modern MMO has capped the item cost on everything.
This fairness. Got to be fair. It's got to be
But
balanced.
it's not about fairness. It's more about just if you're not paying attention to it and it's the only one there, you shouldn't be there asking for that item.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's a double-edged sword. I'm with you on it. I want it to be fair. I want it to be fun. But at the
I
same
don't care
time, it's
either
like
way.
I see this as opportunity. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Be neat. But
I
I'm
would
very
like
curious
to-
about these sizes of these the Hull C and how this is going to work. Because you're right. That's a shitload of cargo. Like versus that station, that is a shitload of cargo walking off on one C on one Hull C. It'll be very interesting to see how that happens.
They're going to
But
have to
Alex,
limit the amount of Hull Cs that hit these places somehow.
Or, you know, is it fluidity where, you know, like I was saying, is like this stuff has got to come down from a station to a planet or maybe 10 systems away. Maybe you're just moving it station to station, you know, because like I would imagine, I would like to think, getting that much cargo off a planet to a station is probably going to cost a lot of fuel versus moving it from one system to the next. I guess it's different types of fuel, you know? What do you think about that? Like from
With Westbrook 100% where he's at, this time is crucial for them to understand how people are going to manipulate the system. One thing, too, I hope that they're going to work on developing is how to feed these space stations because they're going to have this consumption rate. So if they feed them, that either means the miners are going to feed them or there's going to be other cargo transports who are running cargo to them and feeding them. So
or
I hope-
you know, the refineries, you know.
Yeah, that's
the
what I meant. Sorry.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
And what happens when you introduce cargo that will either spoil or expire?
Another value.
You gotta.
Yeah. No, it's like that is what drives me about Star Citizen. That is the number one thing that I'm the most attracted to this game is we're all going to be playing the same universe. It's going to have to work, you know? So, and 10 years in, you know, with somebody like Tony Zervik thinking of this, I think they're going to get it at least really good. So yeah,
In 10 years, we're either all going to be working for Allstate or we're going to be working for DHL. I mean, take your pick. You're either doing insurance or logistics.
That's a good.
That
That's
paints a happy
actually a
picture
good
for the
way of putting it. That is,
you're
yeah,
right.
very, very valid. Very valid. All right,
I do want to just mention in this frame that you've paused is the badonkadonk on the Hull C. You can really see it in this
Okay.
frame. Yeah.
That's a silhouette.
Yeah. You still see the curves? That's all.
He's very excited about hauling.
A little bit.
Observing the chunk
gameplay
on
that we needed
badonkadonk.
to load the whole C. We felt that
All
this
the
was the right time
restaurants
to
we talked about.
introduce it to the game.
Look at that. I can't wait for the Hull C.
I don't
I'm
think
so
you can
I've
say
never been
it's
so excited for a
better
spaceship.
state.
Wait, so is that flying out? Hold on.
I don't
Is that a C
think we
collapse?
can say
Yeah, it is.
sheathed.
it's better station than Port Olisar. I think like Port Olisar has become a monument to the players, and it's got its own value. That I think we try to honor that as much as possible, and I think we try to create our own take on that as much as possible. So I think
I expect
I like
them
to
to have
think that
all
we
of the
ended up
Hall
saying
A
that we were all
paints ready
very
for the
happy
Hall
with.
C when it releases.
I wouldn't say it is better than Olisar, no.
How many are there? Is there a lot of them?
I think there's 5. Does anybody know? I could look it up real quick.
I had a Hall C. I had a Hall A. I had a Hall E. I have turned them all into something.
Yeah.
I think my last Hall E turned into a Endeavor Master set.
It could happen to anybody too, man. I get you.
It did. But for marketing purposes, is
For
it
marketing
better?
purposes, it's absolutely 100% 3 times better than Olisar, statistically.
Sea Stone.
So, what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that Port Olisar's days are numbered when that new hotness, Seraphim Station, comes online in the upcoming Alpha 320. That
So wait, what's the picture down bottom below here? Like down by where it says taco. I can't zoom in because it's a video. It looks like a
There's
mocap studio actually.
There's 3 paints for the Hall A.
3. Oh, okay.
3 paints. Thank you.
Not 5.
it'll be home
Not
to
5, sorry,
all the
Westbrook,
present-day
3.
amenities and capabilities current space
So Westbrook, you have 2 less paints to learn how to paint.
stations have to offer. And of course, be better set up for future developments, cargo, bounty hunting, and all the other commercial and industrial gameplay systems that'll continue to evolve in subsequent patches later this year.
Just a cue.
We also want to give a
it
big
just goes
shout out
E,
to
Hall
some
A, B,
massive
C,
bar
D, E,
citizens
F.
that have happened over
E.
the last 2
Sorry.
weeks,
E,
including
there's
those
no F.
near
Should be
each
a Hall
studio.
F.
in
That would be
If
hilarious.
there's a Hall F,
There should be.
then you know how many they would sell. There's your capital ship. There's your capital ship.
Los Angeles,
69,000 SCU. 69,420 SCU for the Hall
Montreal,
F.
Manchester, Frankfurt, as well as some absolutely
So many
enormous ones in
people.
Shanghai with
Flying
roughly 1,500
spaceships.
people.
What's wrong with you
So
people?
look
Here's Shanghai.
here's the funny thing. How bad is the COVID restrictions in China? And they have that many.
Yeah.
I just laugh every time. It's like
there's no-
every time.
No COVID
And
in China. There's
Yeah.
no COVID in
Pandemic's
China.
over, dude. It's old news.
but it's not.
see-
Over there, they still have a lot of restrictions.
There's one dude just north of Tom Pappy's head.
There's there's a few with masks, but I mean, it's
Oh,
just.
yep. No, there's a
it's-
couple more.
Yeah. Like, this is literally just a giant hall of people, and that's it. I don't know. I guess they got nothing better to do, maybe. I don't know.
Followed
Yeah,
by Hong
eh?
Kong.
Because then that was Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
Followed by
Shanghai.
Hong Kong.
There's Hong Kong. Like 40, 50 people. Maybe. I don't know. Weird. It's just weird.
I think Hong Kong's a little more locked down in the sense of gatherings of large people.
I think it's the opposite. I think Shanghai is just wide fucking
Think so?
open because they got nothing else better to do.
Yeah. Gotta look at
Yeah,
Hong
it's gonna be a
Kong in the
huge
last
market.
36
It's
months.
going to be very curious how they tackle the Chinese gold farmer market. That is about my only major concern.
Could be their biggest customer.
Yeah, but it's also going to be their biggest complaint. For
Who's gonna
you.
complain?
You are.
I am.
Guarantee you will.
Why would I complain about gold farmers?
Because there's going to be fuel farmers.
Fuel farmers? How do
Yeah.
they do that?
The same way that they do gold farming.
So they're gonna buy all the fuel. They're gonna refine all the fuel.
No, they're going to mine.
They're
They're
gonna-
just literally going to be paid to mine and turn it into
Mine.
quantanium and then sell it.
Yeah.
They're cheap.
But the
And you'll
problem is,
see-
And if I'm not mistaken,
There goes
a
your
business.
margins, man.
it's a
Inshin
business
South
problem. Though.
Korea
They're gonna
coming
have to
up this
build like an interface to service their customers. So if they want to build a customer service business, that's what they're going to be doing. Just saying.
What do you think gold farming is?
Yeah.
There's
it's a lot of customer
websites,
service.
there's support. Yeah, dude, they've got insane customer service.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think there's a
I
lot.
did a
of
whole story on this. That's how I know about it.
Yeah.
And I'm very concerned, but at the same time, I think what the Star Citizen approaches are going to make it where there's so much interactive gameplay where it literally has to be a person doing it, which is just one step because they already do that now. They literally have people that run dungeons and like a WoW and stuff like that, and that's all they do all day. I don't know. We'll see.
Life goals, I would say. I would love to do that for a living, but not being paid pennies to do it, though. A livable wage.
He quickly finds out the
You want prevailing wage for
like, oh, this would be cool. Yeah, no.
Saturday, Paris the Saturday after that, and then of course my absolute favorite each and every year, Cologne, Germany for Gamescom. It's a terrific way to celebrate a birthday, I can promise you that. And while we're talking celebrations, CitizenCon, the big live in-person event, is returning after a 4-year hiatus this year with a 2-day event in my hometown of Los Angeles. It's your chance to meet your favorite developers and fellow citizens in person and pitch which ship you think should be made next directly to John Cruz's face. Or even how you think a particular gameplay system should work directly into Todd Pappy's eyes. They're not allowed to leave. They legally have to stand there and listen. General tickets are on sale today, and you can check the website for details on the when and the what for. And as for me, it's that time of year where ISC goes on hiatus. We're going to take a few weeks to recharge some batteries, give the devs a break from having to fake appendicitis every time they see me coming, and plot out the next quarter's worth of weekly content. If you've been around for a while, you know what quarter 3 heading into CitizenCon is like. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for letting us share the process of game development with you. We'll see you all here in about a month.
I like it.
There's so many opportunities.
Make it a derelict and have to go in there and go get the data recorder or go get the component.
Yeah.
Something.
I like it.
Port Olisar, first station of the Stanton system.
Liked, Event
Gone
Horizon.
missing in Alpha 320 and replaced without rhyme or reason. Where did it go? What happened to it? Who doesn't want us to know? That's where our team of brilliant researchers and recreationists on the ISC gameplay capture team come in. With a theory not based in science.
Mysteries.
Unsolved mysteries, yeah.
That's happy would have you believe.
With,
but instead,
Riker.
What feels right?
Robert Stack, it's
in the distorted, reason-askew minds of Will, Dave, and Alex.
Oh, there's more.
What was the one with Jonathan Frakes?
Oh, this is the one where it actually falls out of the
Stranger
sky.
Than Fiction?
Yeah.
Stranger Than Fiction? Happy Home Door for you in Manchester?
That's where it actually falls out into the atmosphere. I think a player made this, actually. The guy, the T-Pose guy. That would be cool. Although I'd hate to see it burn up.
Thanks for stopping by.
He's still there.
We make no claims to know what really happened. And we certainly didn't ask anyone that could have told us. Instead, we offer one potential reality for you alone to judge. For unresolved miseries.
Please
I'm
come
the person
again.
talking to you now.
Smart bye. That's right. Please come again.
Bye.
I don't know how Jared can keep up, how he still has energy after all these years and everything he's done and all the shit he's had to pull up with.
He still has his job. I don't know.
You must really love what you're doing. Is that the secret? You just love what you do and you can just do that forever?
Do you love pizza?
I love pizza. I do love pizza.
Ooh, that sounded kind of half-hearted there.
I do love pizza. But the nice thing about pizza too is it's a good revenue stream, so that feels good. Like when I sell a pizza, it feels really good. That's nice.
He's hooked on hopium. Like the rest
Is that what it
of
is? Thank you, Westbrook. I appreciate
that's good. Wait, you went to Buffalo?
Buffalo? I've been to Buffalo before.
Drew said you killed it in Buffalo?
No, he's saying you would kill it if he.
He said I killed a buffalo. That's what he said.
You're not American yet.
Is that what it takes to become an American? You gotta kill a buffalo?
I don't know. I guess so.
No.
Great segue. I heard that there was going to be a Syracuse Bar Citizen, and that Drew and Victoria were supposed to run this.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. We're getting there.
I feel like a Seggellion pizza. We find a nice, because I'm gonna be there. Because
I'm gonna run out of room in my house.
All right, we'll rent another one.
How many coaches do you have?
2.
Okay.
How much floor space do you have?
Yeah.
How many dog beds do you have?
Oh, you have dog beds. There you
No
go,
animals
2
here.
people.
No animals here.
Okay.
Just me.
Well, there's at least one then. Gee, it's the tent mode. Oh, jeez. There you go. Well, I mean, I'm just saying. It's not a bad segue. It's not a bad. Good to have Segellion's pizza.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I would welcome that. I'm not sure how we would work it at a potential venue. I don't know if we would encounter a green light or a red light per se. But no, I would always welcome a Seggellion pizza at the residence. But yeah, no. So the Syracuse Bar Citizen we're looking at probably at this point, with everything going on between work, life, and CitizenCon coming up, I don't see a way to do it before the first of the year, just with everything going on. So, but it will happen. I'm working on a logo for everything, and we'll begin to build out a team of interested people that might want to do it, and what schedules work. And
Drew's upset.
Drew.
Oxelis, thank you so much for this first time chat. Welcome to the show, my friend. This is the Space Bar. We do All-Star Citizen. We have great guests. We have awesome awesome co-hosts. But we're talking about the up and coming Syracuse Bar Citizen, which sounds
Drew,
like Drew's gonna lead.
I'll make you a deal. Drew. We get back from CitizenCon. We see how things look. Maybe before the end of the year. How about that?
I like August. Though. August is a great time. You can get Jake there.
August is just too nuts. I've got Craig coming in from
what's
UK.
your August look like, Seggellion?
I'm going to Utah. I've got too much going on.
When the hell are you going to Utah? Oh, that's right. You're going to the other thing.
Field training. So,
the thing with the guy in the place.
That's right.
Because he does stuff. Drew, how about it? I'll come up there. I'll fly Seggellion. We'll make pizza. Maybe he'll show up.
Yeah, no big deal. You fly me there.
I think we should seriously try and figure out how to do pizza at CitizenCon though.
Dude, you know what? CitizenCon. Well, they'll do it out of my Airbnb. That's what's gonna happen.
Well. Oh, Access, yeah, I do remember making your badge actually. Yeah, dude, you missed a good one this last one. We improved. We had new issues, but we improved. Definitely next year is gonna be. I don't even know how we're gonna do next year, but it's gonna be awesome.
Gotta keep it interesting.
I'm so glad that the pizza thing, what happened with the pizza thing, because now you guys know what it takes to make that work. So it's like, if you want to do that again, that's where it's at. So
we're gonna. That is one of the top things on my list to make sure it happens.
07.
Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome to the show, my friend. No, I mean absolutely, like 10,000% has to happen. Because I mean, so many people were like, holy, this is amazing. And I was like, yeah,
no big deal.
And I remember talking with Seggellion before he showed up. He was nervous that he wasn't sure he was going to be able to sell all of them.
Yeah, I didn't, by the way.
I thought Drew bought the rest of them.
Well, I scaled everything back. I originally planned for 50. Like, I brought 50 with me from British Columbia. I flew that, and then like came in the morning, and we didn't even sell half. So I scaled everything else back. So
really,
yep.
Yeah, I'd have bought too.
You should have, and then I would have been able to make more. So more marketing for
Duly
next time.
noted.
Yeah.
It was a lot of pizza, though. I mean, I don't know. For me, it was. I'm not a big eater, I guess, though. So.
Well, we planned for 50, and I sure in heck didn't make 50. So.
Well, duly noted. Next,
Duly
we
noted.
double it the next time. That's all we do. That's how it rolls.
Yeah, it could have been not enough people. You know, that could have been the thing. Just
I
wasn't
think
enough people
a
at the
lot of
event.
it again. In this we deal with this every year is messaging, just getting people to know.
Yeah.
Like we have every year we go through so much work to put out a freaking Q&A, the questions, all the answers, and we put it everywhere, and everybody still misses it. So, but yeah.
Did anybody complain like that they didn't pre-order pizza or something? Was there any problems there?
I didn't see it on the survey, Victor. I don't think we should have asked that. Oh, we should have asked that on the survey.
Well, I mean, if they're salty about it, then they'd say something, right?
They would. Believe me, they would.
Oh yeah, the general
We
comment section.
yeah. The surveys are always
People aren't
very,
shy.
very honest. Yes.
Yes.
Actually, quite a few people here got the VIP tickets, XLs. Didn't want to go with it. That's unfortunate. We bribed Seggellion to make us an amazing pizza. Yes.
I apologize for that. There was so much going on at that time, and I really just had to get the pizzas out the door. You know, the high priority. Yeah.
I didn't hear any complaints. That's for sure. I think it was probably one of the more.
Complaints the stomachs weren't big enough.
Yeah, that actually was my thing. I'd been running around all day and I still wasn't that. I had like 4 cuts of it and it was just stuffed. I could not eat it anymore. But it was cool because I gave away the other half of it, or the other 2 pieces, which was really nice because like some people I guess just didn't order it or said they couldn't get it. Maybe I don't know. Again, it's communication. So we'll make it a lot better next time. You'll be there. They could just buy right there. They can wait, whatever. So yeah.
Okay, here we go. It's gonna be an adventure next time. I can't wait.
Let's start talking about it now. We'll get it.
Oh yeah.
We will. Let's seriously. I'm already talking to vendor. I'm already talking to Micro Center, and
June comes around quicker than you think.
it does. It really does. And like if we don't have a solid plan knocked out by like Halloween, or by Halloween is my goal, is like fucking nail it down, get everybody in place. Yeah, but anyway, no, it's pretty cool.
I really wish I could have interviewed Wormy. If there could
I
be
wanted to. Yeah.
If there could be space for more interviews in the future, I would genuinely love to interview each one of the exhibitors that you have. If you had like 5 exhibitors or something, I would be happy interviewing. That would be all day. I could just do that. And then you'd have all this YouTube content,
That was the point. Yeah, so Doc had to leave early, had things come up. Tommy obviously was there. I wanted to do at least 3 more interviews, but just the interview you guys did was funny because like, yeah, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You went for like, I was like, okay, well, it's good. It's good, so let it roll. I mean, I guess if we do 2 days, we'll have plenty. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it's going to be 2 days, guys.
Yeah.
Don't even know.
Second day at your house, Shadow. Second day at your house.
Second day at my house. All right, maybe.
I mean, we
We'll
basically
rent the
had a
block.
second day party anyways. We might as well just make it more
We
public.
had 3 days.
We had 3 days?
I was
there
the
for
night
third
before, day
yeah,
of. Then we went
right,
back
yeah.
all together to afterwards, and then the day after, yeah, and then even I had a 4th day with.
Did you
with
have a
Mog.
4th day? Did you go to Austin? Or
I
Texas?
didn't this year. I
You did?
didn't.
Okay.
It was funny because I had 3 people ask me, "Hey, you going this year?" And all 3 of those people didn't go. I don't know if it's because I didn't go, but because Buster asked me, she's like, "You going?" I was like, "Well, I don't think I can this year." It's just she stayed at DFW, but DFW had a really cool bar citizen during that same weekend, which was kind of neat. with Pyrophobic and those guys. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, set up the streaming booth. Yeah, we were again. We have a lot of opportunities. It's just a matter of planning it and getting bodies to do it. Yeah, no, I really like the interviews. I thought they were a great idea. Definitely will have you back to do those again because, I mean, if you're not making pizza, we'll get Hankin to do them. It'd be great. He'd be like hopping around the whole time. It'll be perfect.
If I have to choose between pizzas or interviews, that's a hard thing.
Ooh. Well, if it's 2 days long, no, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna stop saying that now.
like that.
Jeez.
Equinox will not be 2 days. I'm
leave it
sorry.
alone.
Unless we get like 50 vendors and half the CIG staff. No, I'm sorry. It's not gonna be 2 days. Well, boys, I mean, we could jump into the verse or we could call it here. It's 12:30. My voice has been shot the entire time. I don't know if you guys noticed. It's been like going in and out.
We're at 2 hours and 40 minutes right now.
I'm like, yeah. We don't want to go yacht club, right? Old yacht club. Original yacht club. 5-hour shows.
We haven't done the screenshots yet. Let's bring up the screenshots for 2 more hours.
Do we have screenshots?
No, I was joking. I was kidding.
I do. I think I do have actually one.
You have
I
screenshots?
definitely
All
have.
right.
I definitely have a
well.
feature video, which was something very. Let me. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, if you guys didn't get the Desmond experience,
Desmond is the spirit animal of Equinox.
he really is.
He really is. Hell of a guy.
I'm gonna struggle to find it now. When it's not letting me open that day. No. Come on. Let me open this video. Don't just show me a spotlight. All right, whatever. We'll just go full screen and open that. All right, hold on. Pause. See if this works. Lower that.
Wow.
Wow. Sorry.
But I'm gonna take his fucking glass,
Oh.
give it to you. It ain't gonna have nothing in it but a little bit.
Is Victoria? Was it your Citizen ticket that bumped you into Space Marshal?
Yeah.
That's,
But I'm gonna take his fucking glass, give it to you.
Well, all right.
Oh,
So
here we go,
technically,
here we go.
yes,
Now I
yes,
got it.
and no. Okay, here we go.
All right, so this is Desmond at level 1. So this was after Izzy Crazy asked for a specific drink size. He's like, I want a large. And he's like, I don't make large. That's not how we do anything. So he goes, basically sets Izzy straight.
But I'm gonna take his fucking glass, give it to you. It ain't gonna have nothing in it but a little bit of Bush Light, a little splash, like a shot. And I'm gonna call it a large.
And I'm going to call it a large.
But I'm gonna take
Desmond, yes, is literally the spirit animal of Equinox.
I love that guy.
is that
Yeah,
the guy I
he-
gave the burnt pizza to? He took
It
the
may
burnt
be
pizza?
because he
Okay.
probably would have eaten it. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I had these burnt pizza I was just gonna throw out, and he came in the kitchen. I'm pretty sure I gave it to him.
Yeah, no, Desmond is pretty awesome. Like when I told him, I said we were doing the event. He's like, what night is it? He's like, all right, I'll be there. And I was like, all right. So he switched and changed, and we got Jenny and him, and then obviously Bob or Alex. So yeah, that worked out really well. But yeah, some really great people that surround the event. But yeah, it's gonna be a challenge for next year. But what we do, right? The mini CitizenCon is it's starting
Yep.
to develop into.
Your own.
No, so we were
personal
supposed to have the whole
CitizenCon.
other side. There's a whole other side that we're supposed to have, like literally backed out 3 weeks before the event. So like we scrambled, cut ticket sales, had to it was not good. But we will not run into that this time. We're gonna potentially do a custom area that won't be game arena. That's the consensus at this moment. The matter of where that area is right now. So working on that. So, but it will have unlimited access for food vendors Because Columbus, if you don't know, actually has a really awesome food truck market. It's like known in the United States for having some of the best food trucks there is. So,
Would we lease Hilliard? Park the food trucks?
we have
the
a
main
better
area of that parking
location
lot?
that works just like it. That we're looking at. It's just a matter of, is it going to be available in a year? Because currently it's up for lease. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But whatever the case is, this year all the food and beverages are going to be available to come in on. So you're going to be able to just say, "Hey, I'm going to bring pizza and grog and whatever." Billy's getting Pulse 42 and BritisonCon type. It is. Yeah. What happened to BritisonCon? That's a good question. I was just thinking about it the other day. I haven't seen a BritisonCon in a while, or have I just missed it? BritisonCon was huge. Yeah, BritisonCon was huge. Pulse 42 was big. It's now called
Con 42? Isn't Con 42?
It's just Con 42 now. But like Pyroforbic used to run a big LAN party in Dallas that had a name. I can't remember what it's called. A lot of these events have like come and gone. But no, we're looking to like learn off of, the struggles of those and how they worked and what they didn't work. But no, but there's been quite a few. I mean, you guys it's like we're 10 years in, right? Like there's been quite a few events. And I'm not sure a lot of them have lasted, but what do you think of BritCon in America? Why not? I'll drink scotch alongside some Scots. I mean, Scotland's part of Britain, right? Just saying. Hey, Westbrook, you make that happen. I'll be a part of it.
I wonder if
it is for now.
I wonder if these community events are going to be here 10 years from now. Which ones are going to persist?
Many of them haven't.
Yeah. Are you going to persist 10 years from now?
I'd like to think so, but
10 more equinoxes.
It's got to grow, I think, in order to. And I'm not saying this in a bad light or a bad way, but I think we have to grow to incorporate and absorb a larger audience, as well as expand reach for not just the game, but certainly the partnerships, the friendships, the engagement. So.
Yeah, the uniqueness of the event, I think, goes a long way. Like throwing a LAN party that actually has the artillery with being able to just show up and play, I think is a huge thing. That's our thing.
Like I've been saying to Drew, as long as we've been doing this, I can't imagine Equinox without JRDF there. And I want to know, and this is not, I'm not discrediting anyone else that's joined us. I want to know who the next one is that we can't do it without. You know what I mean? Like, we got Doc there. Fantastic. We got JRDF.
I feel like Doc and GTC knocked it out of the park. Like, Doc had to leave early, but...
Right. I'm curious to know who's the next layer.
I hope it's
Who
Wormy.
is that next group? Me too.
Yeah, GTC
beyond,
and Wormy.
Even beyond them, who's next?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, Wormy I think is in every year from now on. He really, like, it was his first like
Mouse?
event. Yeah.
Predator Mouse. Yeah.
Do we
They were supposed to be here. So
Right.
I did get a message. Did get a message from them saying, "Yeah, we may debut something at your show next year." I think I know what that thing is already too, and it's gonna be pretty fucking awesome to have it there. So yeah, same with Toby. Toby said they would definitely be there, but it was so short notice. So,
like I said, I'm not trying to discount anybody or leave them out, but I'm just trying to see how do we grow, growth factor.
The exhibits are definitely going to be a bigger part. That whole other side was supposed to be just exhibits. So, and some extra bar space, extra chill out space, and maybe some extra computers. But yeah, that is kind of I want it to feel like different rooms and different, kind of feels for it. So yeah, I'd love to, you know, somebody mentioned it could be like the next PAX, which is a bit much because I don't ever really want to adapt this beyond Star Citizen. I could see how it could totally happen, but it's not my thing. It's like I always want it to be about SC, so we'll start there.
Well, we also want it to be about you guys, so.
Yeah. Well,
thing
that's what I
about
mean. The SC
exhibitors-
community.
The thing about exhibitors though is like their whole point is to sell a product, right? So what's the next product going to be, I guess, from Star Citizen? I really can't imagine anything. Like what is
They should
someone
do a
gonna make?
HOTAS or a keyboard or something.
I think.
Oh,
I
that'd
could
be
think of-
cool.
I can think of a lot of things that would work. That
What
for
about
one,
softwares? Different types of softwares?
being able to interface with the game with an API that's open would open a huge amount of software development.
Do you know about those guys? Those guys who are building the Star Citizen API like privately? Did you hear about them?
I heard
They're
about it,
building
but
yeah, that'd be a good conversation to have. That was new. Like I think they just started a couple months ago or something. But I got a couple messages about that.
I would be very curious. Yes. Yeah, GTC is doing really well, and I think GTC would go off the freaking rails like crazy good if they actually did have a proper API to work with. Because right now there's basically a 1.0 API that is extremely limited. But yeah, I mean that is a great point. You know, like I mean, as soon as you offer the API, that only opens the door for anybody to be able to develop something. So if you guys don't know, that is actually one thing that killed development for Eve was the API originally was a paid interface, which I don't think is a bad idea
No,
because
I don't
people
think it's
people abuse APIs. Just make it cheap where you just have to register and they know it's you and they know it's you querying it and they limit your queries based on, you know, if you're doing 1 billion queries a second, I'm sorry, I run technology, you're not allowed to do that. Fuck you. Use your code right, learn how to cache, learn how to turn data. Don't screw with my freaking, don't do that. But if you're using it right, I think it totally, you know, $10 a month just to be able to use the API, just something that says it's you that's connecting, that's doing the data, even if it's 1 million of your users doing it, it
So
still
you're gonna
shows
have
that
people
you're
literally
being
doing
responsible.
day trading of commodities and stuff.
I will. I want that. I totally want that. I mean, Seggellion, what do you think? Like day trading fuel, like you could totally do it, and it would be fun. To me, that would be fun. It's like knowing where to go pick it up,
How do I
knowing where
move
to send it.
500 kilos of American cheese?
Well, no, we're not gonna.
I mean, we already have trade apps. Like I've built my own trade app using the Galog system. And we're
Right.
kind of building our own API below that. But I mean, we're
It's
still
very
just gonna
scrapey,
get,
though.
It's just gonna be it's scraping from the game files, but it's
Right.
just gonna be more quality data from what we already have. So there's not gonna be much change. It's just gonna be more reliable. And it's like everybody can build their own trade tool now. There's got to be at least a dozen of them.
There are,
I mean,
yeah.
like, what's the future?
But I
of
mean,
that?
if it's done right and the API is highly available and it does work, and then it builds that fairness into it, which I do agree. Fairness to the data that is supposedly public and should be public should be fair. It should be freely available in a manner that is able to be grabbed by anyone to be able to make the right decisions. Now, is it making 10 million queries a second? No. Okay, you're doing something wrong, or you're abusing a system. But yes, give it to the people. I think the data in the game should be freely available, to a secure point. But like trade data specifically, you know, it's like that should be freely available. It's like that should not be limited in any way. Yeah,
I think
right.
we do a pretty good job with the
well.
API so far. I don't see much changing with the API introduction. And I
I
think that
see it.
applies to many other places as well, especially mining.
I hope it changes dramatically. That's all I have to say. Because right now it's extremely limited. You're only data scraping right now, which is that's not an API. That's user scraped data. And it's only as reliable as the time it was scraped and it's not live. It's just I don't know. So Eve did survive off of this though. There actually was people who literally were paid to go out to regions to scrape data because that was the only way to get the data, was to be in the region's edges and be able to query the market system. And they would literally park, players there and scrape the data all day. I'm not saying it's a bad thing because it does introduce a whole new gameplay loop, but is it really the legit gameplay loop you want to be fostering?
It's a job at that point.
It is a job. And again, not totally against it because the job sometimes is the fun, is how do you get into that region?
Yeah.
Because that was a lot of things. Getting into Fountain, which was one of the most expended, farthest reach, but it was also a huge trade hub because there were so many orgs working out of there that were player based. It actually was really fun. How do you get in there? How do you get the data? How do you get stuff into there after you know what's needed? That's the even harder part. So, I don't know. We'll see. Either way, the players are going to adapt. And that'll be fun to watch. But I like fuel, and that's kind of why I really like what you do. It's like fuel is a lifeblood, right? You gotta have it. And in this game, you can't leave a station and do anything without quantum fuel.
Yeah, I only see the fueling mechanic as a customer service business right now. So I don't see anything.
But the amount, if a station runs out of fuel, and people are docking there.
No, they never announced us refueling stations, so far that's hand wavium. Doesn't exist.
Well,
maybe it'll happen.
Ultimately, a ship arrives. Is there fuel there to buy? That's what I'm getting at. Yep. Is there always an infinite amount, or is there always a limited amount available in every system? But how does it get there? And I know that with physicalized inventory, it's supposed to be a real thing that got there via some method because it was created somewhere by some mineral that was mined by something or some person. You know what I mean?
That's
Everything comes from somewhere.
You're gonna haul animals, minerals, vegetables. The next thing are the NPCs and the actual, characters. That's your next
But
commodity.
we're only 10% of the game. You guys remember that statistic, right? The players of the game are only going to be 10% of the population.
Right.
Which even 10% is pretty freaking high. Because if you figure 100 systems-ish, 10% of a population. Now, granted, there are quite a few systems that are very barren and don't have any real life to them. Like Min's a great example. It's a twin binary star. It's got 3 irradiated planets. Nobody really lives there, but it has a purpose. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Imagine if you could manipulate 10% of our system. Yeah. Drew, 10% of our system is 4 million users, though. How many of those are real humans? How many of those are real humans that are actually playing?
Well, I was at the Invictus launch week and I saw the NPCs crammed into the convention center. That was them.
How about the bartenders?
Yeah.
Where's my drink?
Where's my drink? Yeah, you never had a problem getting a drink with that bug. I'm okay with it. It'll be interesting seeing what happens. Balance is definitely going to be a real problem. Hopefully they'll do a lot of that. And with, active development as we're playing the game, I'm thinking they're going to get a lot of data. So
they get a lot of data.
Yeah.
No shortage of that.
Be very interesting to see. Have you Seggellion, ever had anyone from CIG contact you on?
Let's all pile into the minivan and get some frozen yogurt!
How you do your business? I mean, I'm kind of actually very curious about that. If there's ever been any sort of interaction from the CIG side. How's it going, Daisy? Good to see you, man.
I don't think so. That's Pants Warrior was my first fueling. I consider him CIG. He's close enough.
Yeah, he pretty much is.
I've never, no.
We should have Pants on the show. Yeah, I think we should definitely have Pants on the show. Absolutely.
Cool. Je suis la pense.
Yes.
I hope that CIG people watch my stream though for the fueling stuff because that stuff needs to be reported. We submit issue council reports whenever we run into a bug, but it's broken AF right now.
Yeah.
I would say unusable. So I hope that they watch my stream and see all the bugs we exposed at least.
How so? Like what's the biggest broken things?
The biggest broken thing is the 180 rotation. As soon as you dock with another spaceship, your Starfarer rotates 180 degrees and disconnects the other spaceship from the fielding arm. Yeah. So that's it. That's the meta. It breaks everything.
That definitely would break things. You didn't report as a critical bug.
Yeah.
Kind of feel like that's kind of critical. Yeah. Yeah. Does it I mean, I would like to probably think it would have a high chance of exploding.
Yeah. They should make it
Snapping around
explode.
like that. It's not a small ship.
Hopefully they get that fixed before Pyro, but I could see it not getting fixed before Pyro and not being able to refuel people in the Pyro system because of this bug.
I think that's required to fix because
We'll see, right?
You
We'll
can't.
see.
Well, okay. Does wormhole travel actually cost you fuel?
I don't know. Good question.
And if
Ask
it does,
Chris.
which
Next
fuel?
time you see Chris, ask him that.
Hey, I just call them.
Maybe get their own
No, I
fuel.
mean like, because is it hydrogen fuel? Because you're actually manipulating, staying out of the edge barriers of the wormhole, or is it quantum fuel, or is there any fuel expended? That will
Maybe
be
not.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you know, I think the real concern with the Pyro system is that it's like 10 times the size of the Stanton system, and to cross it requires a lot of fuel. And I think that's what
Right.
the anxiety is about.
I'm okay with anxiety because there's really only gonna be one end. Well, there's really only one entry point.
Yep. 3
That
exit
I think
points.
is gonna be the hardest part, just getting in. Because like
a
you know,
bottleneck.
every freaking PvP and pirate's gonna be sitting on that gate.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a big place. You're probably not going to move too far from the jump point. Probably you're just going to go for the jump point to Ruin Station, and that's going to be it. You'll never go further than that.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Do we think we're gonna get Pyro by CitizenCon?
No, absolutely not. Maybe next year. They said they still need Pyro for server meshing for Pyro. So whenever we get server meshing, we're going to get Pyro.
We'll see. Maybe we'll get
see.
Pyro for Equinox.
Maybe. That's good. Ask Chris Roberts.
Hey Chris, you want to come and debut Pyro at at Equinox?
Equinox? Yeah, do it.
Glenn,
Send it.
Glenn.
Just saying.
Ship
you know.
it. Ship it, Chris. Just ship it.
Ship it, baby. We'll gladly test it. We'll have more than 100 PCs for the next one, so we could definitely do testing for you. Live testing if you give us your own server.
Hopefully there's 200 people per server required or allowed.
What's it at now? 100? Is that 100 now, right?
Yeah, comfortably. I'd say 150 maybe at max. I think the most I've seen is 150.
Yeah, I haven't remembered to see the max login, but yeah. That will be interesting. So yeah, Chris, when you want to do Pyro at Equinox, we'll gladly test that for you.
He must be
Seggellion
curious
will
to
ensure
try
that your
pizza.
fueling works.
Yeah,
Live test closed server.
yeah.
Well, they do host a server right in CMH3, which is about 9 miles from my house. So that's why I get really good latency.
Yeah, we could ask him.
Hey, we can ask him. That's right. Definitely ask. Well, we have a lot of speculation we'll do. We'll definitely have Seggellion back on the show before CitizenCon. Because
Being here, Seggellion.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's an honor. I love you guys. You guys rock. So
Same.
it is, it really, Seggellion, you're one of those people that just every time I think of the game, I think of you because of just how much you've done in the game. Not only just with Altama, but with like how you've interfaced with Daymar, some of the interface stuff that you've written. Obviously, the pizza, which is kind of like its own meta around the verse. I mean, it's just it's super cool to, and then seeing you actually meeting you for the first time at one of the little mini yacht club excursions
fun,
up.
it?
It's Stimmy's.
That was a different time, hey.
That was
gracious.
It really was, and that was a lot of fun. And it was like, and ever since then, it's just been we kind of cross paths constantly. So it has been a great honor to have you here. It was super, honestly, from my standpoint. Thank you so much for doing that interview. That was huge. I mean, it was just so good. Like I could not think of a better person to have done it, and it just flowed so well. So thank you for that. But yeah,
that means
having
a lot
you,
to me. Thank you.
having you, yeah, and definitely, you are coming to the next Equinox, whether we have to fly here or not.
Okay, sounds good.
And you will be making pizza at the event. We're gonna. That is our number one goal. Make more room for PCs.
We did say that last year, by the way.
And
that
AC.
Number one,
Yeah, I know. You know the hurdles we ran into.
Okay.
We will not have said hurdles this year.
It was like 2 months before Equinox, and it's like, hey, how about this oven? We start going oven shopping 2 months before Equinox.
That's how we do it.
That's how we
baby.
do. Yeah.
Do live.
Now we
know.
know.
It's great. And Drew, great having you on. And then we definitely want to have you on after the MSR. I'm sorry.
Not
Argo Cargo has released.
The Argo Cargo, yeah.
Should be the Argo Cargo.
We'll have it, but no. But chat definitely. Questions are always welcome. But if you guys have people you want to see on the show, definitely let us know. I mean, Victor and I've definitely kind of taken this thing to a new level, and I'm looking forward to seeing who we have on next and moving through this. And I'm sorry about my voice fading throughout the night. It's kind of gone in and out like a voice box. But Andy, yeah, good to see you, man. I don't know, man. We do need to find someone to raid. You want to take a first shot at it, Seggellion? Because you were the one. So Seggellion was the one that got Wormy there for GTC. He's like, hey, I know a guy.
Oh, he's a good guy.
Yeah, and you were like, and you gave him his info, and I reached out to him, and that immediately happened. So, any raid targets? We got a
I would
couple
say
people
Carbon
saying
Tails GIP because they're
that.
friends.
Oh, Carbon Tails, yeah, absolutely. She raided us last week, or a week or two-ish ago. I need to spell it right.
Be sure when Drew is on the show to show that photo of him at Manchester Citizen Con again. That's the best photo.
Absolutely. I think we did. Did we show it, Drew? I think we did.
You should take like 45 minutes and just like talk about that photo in great detail, you know?
I feel like we could. Yeah, we did. I thought we did. I thought we did because I thought, yeah, we definitely did touch on that show. That was a great show, by the way. The Fireside Chat. Oh, awesome.
Do it again.
We are going to do it again. We are going to do it. All right, we're going to go and raid Carbon Tails. Great gal with, what's his name? Husband?
Q.
Yes. Q. They actually were supposed to come to the very first Equinox, but had baby get sick. So, but when you get over there, make a whole bunch of noise. Definitely thank you guys for stopping by. Give them the Shadow Lounge raid. You will get some extra. Oh, we were supposed to do a giveaway.
Oh, that's funny.
Stop the
I'll
raid.
take it.
I do that all the time. We'll do 2 next time. I promise. We'll do 2 next time.
I'll take it.
We'll do it. Yeah, the polls and the price. All right, when you get over there, make a bunch of noise. Definitely. Well, we have Tails and Q on. That'll be fun. We could definitely do that. But yeah, no, they're great Star Citizen streamers, and Seggellion, absolutely great to have you, man. Any closing argument?
No, you guys are fantastic. It's an honor being on this show. Thank you guys so much. You're like my best friends in Star Citizen. Thank you.
All right, great hug.
Likewise.
All right, guys, I'll definitely be back next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But Friday we have Buster the Destroyer on, so definitely don't miss that one. She is always amazing.
Kapla.
Yeah, Kapla, absolutely. She's gonna be awesome. So looking forward to that. Until then, we will see you guys next week. Hello, and thank you so much for being a part. Good night.